Yo, it's game day, and it's already enough to come on in here and chat about, man. So come on in the building. TD, talk to the people.
Appreciate it, Mr. Davis. What's up? This is Thomas Davis, man, and you are watching the Black Cat Panther podcast. Make sure y'all tune in all season long.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking the mold? Ay, ay, walking the door, you know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on, you don't want partners, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on my to it, you already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, even begin. Ay, when is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you when I touching the friends, ayy. You when I touching the can, ayy. Putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is, ayy. Switching the moves, no number 2, I came in to win. Said I'm tapped in with the action, if it got the master on the master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go ghost on this cast, but wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting this, that gas, and diesel, Shaq and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat, ayy, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast, my whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy in the building. Y'all already see what time it is. Legends weekend for the Carolina Panthers. And the Carolina Panthers fall to the Cincinnati Bengals 31-24. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, it's 1 minute left in the game, but we all know that this is pretty much heading towards that word over. But it's one of those ones where the Carolina Panthers come out today and the defense just didn't have it. The offense just seemed to be competitive. A competitive game is what I'm going to call this today. 31-24. At least we didn't get blown out. Now, first and foremost, if you haven't already on your way coming on in, make sure you like the video. Show us that love. We had a lot of mishaps today, but I'm going to be real. We could do a lot better. We could do a whole lot better. I know a lot of people are saying, hey, the defense is the Achilles heel on this team, and having more defense would have made this game a lot closer today. But let's just be real, man. Offensively, you sit in a position where I don't think you would have won this game even with more defense, because Jamar Chase was what incredible is like I would like to call him. Incredible is what Jamar Chase was in that first half today, man. Like, you saw him and you saw the difference in our corners when it comes to Michael Jackson. He just don't have it. I'm just being a whole being with y'all, man. Michael Jackson, everybody was hollering and glamoring. And I said, hold on. Let's not go hee too fast. Michael Jackson is a great backup corner, but that's all he is. Because when upper echelon talent comes in the door, you see he reverts to his old self. So make sure y'all like the video on y'all way in. I'm going to show the chat some love real quick. Man of Arms, what's going on? How you living today?
What's happening? Let me see if I can get some sound back into my headset. Let's get it. Yo, Earl Lockland said, what's going on, man? Curtis Lynch say, we got to do better than this, Evero. Well, Curtis Lynch, I'm going to be real with you, man. When you script this man of all his pieces on the team, it's kind of hard to hold him accountable, even though he has these pieces looking very, very, very. Okay, let me put this in a perspective. Offensively, this entire defense looks worlds better, even though there's no stars other than J.C. Horn on this entire defense. But it looks like a competent and a competitive defense, one, because your starting quarterback is good enough to come out here and let these boys get a breather. He's good enough and completing the ball enough where they're not overtired, where they're not on the field too much. But once again, the lack of talent at the positions is where you sit back and you look at this team and you say, okay, defensively, other than Derek Brown, who's not there, you don't have a star on that defensive line. Now, Ashawn Robinson had a couple of plays here and there. He did good. He had a couple of plays here and there where he was in the backfield. But you have nobody that's a downright monster on that D line. Shy Turtle was not even there today. Then you look around, Shaq Thompson. It's time for us to draft at that middle linebacker spot. Him and Josie Jewell, I've said it multiple times. Those guys are not stars. They are not saviors at that middle linebacker spot. But it's glaring holes that you can clearly see a young middle linebacker with better instincts would make better plays. Like, I saw one play where they just had downright sloppy tackling. It was just sloppy tackling one time, man. My man shook them off and went on and pushed everybody on over for a touchdown. I'm telling you, you need to draft at the premium positions. D tackle, edge rusher, middle linebacker. Had you had drafted, like I told you the last couple of years, you wouldn't be in this position right now. Had we taken Jack Campbell or Jalen Carter or something like that the last 2 years, you would not be sitting in this position right now. But the be that this team is the lack of talent, it's going to take about 2 years to build this team and get talent in just those positions alone, because you got to go high first through third round to be able to get competitive at those edge rusher spots, at that position where you need it the most. And like I told y'all, it's going to take about at least now to 3 years to get better D tackles in, to get better edge rusher younger. You want to be 21, 22 in the positions, and you want to have instinctual guys that can get up off the ball and eat. You got to have that. And then on every level, you need to build a defense. Build this thing supremely. That way, you will have, how do you put it? That way you will have pillars on every level to build around. Because if we're looking like this right now, and you see LeBron Ray and JD, those guys are coming out there right now. Peavy. If you seeing, and these boys getting serious snaps this year, see which one of those boys are salvageable. That way, you don't have to go back to that position and pay. But potentially, if you have something in one of those two young guys, you make sure that you take your time, invest in those two young guys, and put something around them. Because Derek Brown being out this year is a godsend, because you get a chance to really see this team. You go back, you get your tackles. You go back, you get middle linebackers. You go back and you make sure at some point in time you draft a corner, because you're going to need all that in the NFL to be competitive in today's NFL. At the premium positions, you're going to need an edge rusher, a D tackle, a middle linebacker, and at least a corner. Those are 4 positions we need to go back in this draft and get younger at. And having a quarterback like Andy Dalton to make all those pieces look way better. At the end of the day, this defense is the reason why we lost the game, but it's not Ejiro Evero's fault. It's not his fault that he didn't have what he needed. So I'm under the impression the more and more that you see from this team, you're going to see competitive games like this. Because I'm going to tell you right now, with Bryce Young, this game would have been 45-0. It would have been 45 to nothing with Bryce Young. But with a competent quarterback, it's 31-24. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference in the two. Talk to me, Go.
Yo, 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 y'all like, subscribe, man. Hit that like button for me, man. I'm upset right now because I'm not getting enough likes on the
Yes, sir.
video. Please, please work with me, not against me. Hit that like button. We're gonna give it to you today.
Yes,
Q,
sir.
I'm popping in and out, but you're exactly right, which we already knew. We already knew that. We seen this, we seen this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal balls once again right here, Black Cat.
What we say?
The defense was gutted. The defense was gutted. The defense was gutted. I mean, and anybody, and I've heard, and I'm not, no, I'm not gonna do that today. But people say we got better on defense. Ha ha! Ha ha! Big
It's
laugh. Big laugh.
laughable.
Big laugh. Come on, man. I told y'all all these guys with zero techniques. And then Brown goes down. Well, they committed with an Ashawn Robinson. They just put big bodies in there. Ashawn Robinson, Shy Tuttle. These guys not penetrators. You know that. These guys are run stuffers because they committed to stopping the run. And damn, we couldn't even do that. Josie Jewell went down. Shaq Thompson looked like this is some type of injury. I don't know if it was an ankle, knee, or whatever that was. But the rookie was in. Two rookies in, right? The rookie and a
Mm-hmm.
free agent. But what more do you expect? I talked about Trevor Wallace playing in the preseason, and he looked better than I projected. But going against NFL caliber Q, he's still that work in progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dog the young man out because he's better than I projected him. You see what I'm saying? So let's be positive about that. But he's not a starter, but he may be thrusted into that starting position because of injury. And the injury bug has hit the defense that was already gutted. So what was going through my head today was like, look, bro, we the same thing Cincinnati is. We're the same damn thing Cincinnati is, Q, except for they have
Mm-hmm.
more explosive players. They have a great quarterback. You understand what I'm saying? We're one and
Mm-hmm.
three. They 1-3. They don't have enough defense. They got plenty of offense, but they don't have enough defense. Andy gives us the opportunity to win games. Now we can evaluate Leggett. Leggett looked good as a
Look,
receiver. He's
Leggett was out there balling today, man. Shout out to
balling.
Xavier Leggett. Like I said,
Shout
I
out.
talked about Xavier
Big up.
Leggett in the beginning because I didn't know potentially. Well, I knew with Bryce Young you wouldn't have been able to see. It was a
Well,
waste of a pick with Bryce Young.
it was
But
warranted,
with
though, Q.
Andy
It was warranted.
Dalton, it's a pick
Yeah,
you
it was
needed.
warranted.
It's a pick you needed.
Yeah, but we didn't have to go up to get it. So that was still warranted. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I mean it
Yeah,
was warranted. How it was
I
done.
agree
But
with you
look,
1,000%.
I'm cool with him. I'm cool with him.
I'm gonna be real. Before we get to Wiley, I got a little clip of Xavier Leggett's first touchdown, and I'm gonna show it. And it's perfect because I got a lot of things I want to show today. We got Legends Weekend. We got a lot of different
Yeah.
things, a little clips, and I want to go ahead and put that up there. But
Them
Xavier
boys was out there
Leggett,
beating them drums too. I like
that wasn't his fault. Tell you the honest
tap.
truth. It was
It was tap.
tapped and batted down at the line of scrimmage, and well, not batted down, but it was tapped at the line of scrimmage, which caused it to really just land, and I mean really land in Von Bell's lap. So you
Yeah.
can't per se put that one on him. Wiley, talk to us. Tell us your perspective on how you felt about everything.
Hey man, I'm sitting here. It was nice to actually be able to evaluate the team, and that's all I'm saying. Oh, I got people laughing out here. I'm just coming from the sports bar, but it was nice to actually evaluate the team. But I sat there and I said, "Coaching lost us the game today."
Mm,
Yeah, Wiley.
here we go.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you telling me we got the ball and we threw two and three incomplete passes? We didn't even run the ball at all. Hmm?
I mean,
Hmm?
yeah, Wiley, but brother, I mean, the
I
defense
see it a
can't
little
hold
differently.
water. Yeah, the defense can't hold water, bruh. I mean, even if you'd have put up 35 points, you know what I'm saying? They'd have ended up giving up probably 39. You know what I'm saying? And in a shootout, the defense ain't gonna hold you up, bruh. So like,
Hmm.
they got a defense, man. Like, and you're not gonna shoot out with this team anyway. With Andy,
I understand what you're
sorry,
saying, but
bruh.
you had the ball with 3 minutes or something to go. You don't throw three incompletions. That's all I'm saying.
Mm,
You went for that beginning of the game instead of getting your 3 points. Okay, that's the game, baby.
but Wiley,
I'm
you
gonna put
don't
it.
lose it. I mean, to me, I don't lose the game in the fourth in the fourth quarter or the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Meaning by like that stuff in the middle has a lot to do with it, bro. And I put that on gutting this defense, a very very young team. Right now, only thing you want to do with this team right now, Wiley, is compete and evaluate.
True. Yeah. But we also have to evaluate that young coach too. So here was an opportunity.
Ah, okay,
It was an
okay, I
opportunity.
get that.
Run the ball.
I get
Run the
that.
ball. He could have ran the ball, right? Give yourself
I give you
a
Hmm.
that.
manageable third down, and try to
Great
get the
point.
ball
Great point.
down the field because your defense was tired. So you're trying to
But
close out the game. Go ahead.
okay, Wiley. Okay, let me put it in perspective because if I'm looking at Canales and I'm seeing everything that Canales has brought to the table right now with Andy Dalton, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not questioning anything that Canales is doing as a coach right now because I'm seeing it full court vision right now. And had he had somewhat of a defense, we might potentially win this game. You get what I'm saying? Even with the mistakes that we made.
Yeah,
Had some type of a defense, we only lost
mhm.
by 10 points today.
Yeah. We could have lost by less, but yeah, I got you. Well, I'm just saying is at the end of the game, that was an opportunity. You say you want to put the game together. You always talking about running it. You talking about leaning on somebody. Put Truba out there and start leaning on them. Get yourself in
Wiley,
a manageable, and you could have possibly tied the game. You took it to overtime. Go ahead.
Wiley, I watch a play where I saw at least 6 missed tackles on defense. Where
Oh
niggas
yeah.
going high.
Yeah.
Where they
Yeah.
going high, where
Yeah.
they miss
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah.
tackles.
that touchdown. That touchdown was
Yeah,
horrible.
Yeah.
thank you. Thank
Jamante.
you.
Jamante. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
They missed
it was
Jamante
it
too.
was terrible tackling. Shaq Thompson had a chance. I look at that same damn Mike Jackson and all them boys. It just was
But
not there. The tackling
and
was horrendous.
you see how cute. You see how he got to move JC because he's his best shutdown corner, but you
Yeah,
can't put you couldn't put with a Chase Higgins the way Brown uses his weapon. You could not just put JC on like the commentator said it. They alluded to it. They said good on good. You just couldn't get him to mirror Chase or anything like that, cause then they'd have burnt you with other guys. So you had to put him
go.
in zone and different stuff like that.
They
I mean,
go. They had JC playing a little bit of linebacker on the side and shit like that. I'm like, what the
yeah,
fuck is
yeah,
going on right here?
yeah. You
A
just spread too
corner
thin, my
falling
boy.
in the middle.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is wild. Hold on,
yeah,
we got a couple of super chats to get to.
All right.
yeah.
It's over 100 and 128 totally. Look, 100 over here on Black Cat, 100 and then 21 over there on Twitter. Look, the super chat is here. Nerva, shout out to him for this. He said it's going to take another full off season to begin to fix this defense, but I'm proud of the team for making it feel like a game. I'm so encouraged today because you notice I'm not fussing, I'm not cussing, I'm not saying
Mhm,
anything out of the way because it
mhm,
was a competitive game.
mhm.
Now, shout out to Dre for this other super chat. He said, didn't think we were going to win this game because we have no D line to put pressure on Burrow. But I'm happy with the team effort because we had a chance. Bro, I'm
Thank you.
right with
Yeah,
you.
right with you.
Now,
Right with you.
Carolina
100%.
Logic was down at the stadium today, dog. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, uh, it's so many things I can say from so many angles. I tell you what, it ain't completely back, but it just shows you just how much faith and how much hope a quarterback that has any type of skill set brings to a fan base. This place wasn't completely packed as far as Carolina Panther fans, But I tell you what, I felt the vibe. I heard the noise. It felt like it's supposed to sound and feel when you in Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. I felt that today. That's number one. That's number one. I felt that. I felt like I said, wait a minute, what is those rumblings? What's that stuff I heard from the past? I felt it in the seats. I felt it with the stands. I said, what is this? We ain't heard this in a long time. That's number one. Number two, the deficiencies that we have, the lack of depth that we have, it showed up today. But I'm proud of the effort, man. Them boys fought. So you take it what you will. Ain't no need to be mad. Ain't no need to be upset because it is what it is. But I'm proud of the effort. I'm really proud of the effort. God, no, don't hit me with the bus. Damn. Oh, Lord. Oh,
Look,
yeah.
when you see a game like this today, that's all you could ask for is effort. Because I came into this game, I'm gonna be real with y'all. At the beginning of the season, I had us losing this game anyway. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
my expectations, even with Bryce Young, even with Andy Dalton, I did say last week, I said it's gonna be a competitive game. He gives us a chance to win. Now we come out here, we see 31 to 34, 31. Damn, what's the score again? Damn, I can't get it
34-24, I
out.
think. I think.
34-24.
Yeah, that's what I
You
think it
see
was.
the tail of since he put up 7 points first quarter. Carolina put up 0 points in the first quarter. Since he put up 14 points in the second quarter. Carolina put up 14 points. At that point, basically it was 21-14, and then they put another 10 in the third and then 3 in the fourth. We only could muster up another 10 points for the rest of the game. So it came down to us basically execute. Execution is the number one thing for the Carolina Panthers to work on this
Yep.
entire season.
But Q, hey, check me out.
Yes, sir.
I think we said we weren't gonna do it today, and we tried to be harmonious. But would you read that ignorant ass super chat?
Okay, from Ronnie Boy. Here we go. Shout out to Ronnie for that super chat. He said, no identity on the defense gets us nowhere on offense. Red Mosses, I guess he's talking about the Red Rifle supposedly, but Red Moss is going to take us to the evaluation bowl. Well, let me be real with you, Ronnie. I'd rather be at the evaluation bowl where I can see what I got versus being at the I can't tell what the fuck I got with Bryce. You get what I'm saying?
The 0-17 bowl.
The 0-17 bowl is what you have with
You go
Bryce.
to the draft and you don't even know what the hell you're gonna do. Do we need a quarterback? Do we need some more wide receivers? Do we need linemen? Chandler fucking Zavala fills in for Damian Lewis and looks competent. The boy was a whole bowl of trash last year.
Mm-hmm.
Ike Kwanu, oh my God, he can play.
It's funny.
91 PFF grade the year before. Junk comes in here and the boy is in the 50s. Now he
Yep.
can play.
It's funny how that works, huh, Go? It's funny how
Hey,
that works, huh?
magic.
Really
That's magic.
funny.
That's magic. That's
Really funny.
magic.
Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard can fucking run now because they're not loading the box.
You know what? And I got an apology to put forth for Chuba Hubbard. Now it's only been 4 games, but I watched Chuba in that first half get out to the outside and exploded and damn near scored a touchdown. And I said, "Oh my God,
Fuck play.
I haven't seen that type of
Fuck
play
play.
from
How about
Chuba."
that?
And I'm telling you, I said to myself, "Oh shit, maybe the light came on for Chuba."
How
Or
about that?
it is a year for him to get paid, so Chuba want that goddamn money. That's what the fuck that
How
Hello.
is.
about that?
Hello. Hello.
Shout out to Ronnie again for the next super chat. He said, "Damn, who said it was about Bryce? Turn the page." That's what we're talking about right now. Because if you call it Andy Dalton, having him out here as your quarterback, the evaluation bowl, you just said 2 weeks ago you didn't know what this team was with Bryce Young. You said it out your mouth. He was not able to come out here and showcase us anything. So what we're saying is, at least now you know Xavier Legette is not a wasted pick. At least you know Chuba Hubbard is not a trash bum. At least you know this offensive line that's top in the league is justifiably at the right spot. At least you know Jatavion Sanders, who had a couple of catches today, is a justified fourth round pick because he wasn't getting no catches with Bryce. You get what I'm saying?
Mm. Come on now, preach, boy. Preach.
All I'm saying is I'd rather be able to evaluate this team and look at the talent on here and say, okay, in the next draft we need to go address this, this, that, and this because we already got
Exactly.
Jatavion Sanders, we already got Xavier Legette. You could look at this and be able to decipher what your team needs, and that's the major difference from last week, 2 weeks ago, to now. You can see what you need, and just like I pointed out to you. On defense, you need another star to go beside Derrick Brown on that D tackle line. You need another edge. You need two edge rushers that
Two
can
edge
get
rushers.
after the
Certified.
quarterback.
Yeah, two
You
of them.
you need middle linebackers because Josie Jewell and Shaq Thompson, yeah, they were
Falling
they
apart.
average,
Falling apart.
but I watched them boys miss a lot of plays today, man.
Falling apart.
You need two middle linebackers, not one, two. If you're running a 3-4. And you need another corner opposite of Jason Young, because that Jackson boy ain't it. I didn't tell y'all that 2 weeks in a row.
Nothing.
Y'all can he and Michael Jackson moonwalk all you want, but that boy ain't it.
Nothing. Certified backup. Certified backup, man. Sir, he'll get you. Him and Troy Hill are these the depth guys. We should have had Wiggins or somebody like that, but look at what we had to do draft. And look, I'm gonna give y'all an excuse today. One of them. This is all you getting. Now, this team gets blamed on the other guys to a point because there's some other guys that fuck this shit up that's not here anymore. There's people on this team that shouldn't have been on the team in the first place that's gone. Like I said, it's not here anymore, but they were here during the draft. That was left by other guys. And maybe if the owner holds on and be patient for about 3 to 4 years, maybe we can get the guys that we have in here now to make some picks and then get some coherency on this roster and get some
I agree.
talent, some first round graded talent on this level.
And
Because
like I
just like I
said,
was talking,
go. You need that. First through third round is what you need to build this damn defensive
yeah,
line
yeah,
and get linebackers in. You need that first through third talent, man. You can't go in the fifth, sixth round trying to get some of them guys.
no. Because that's what I was just getting ready to say. Like I was talking about Chandler Zavala. Chandler Zavala was a fourth or fifth round guard,
Fourth round.
right?
Fourth round.
Fourth
Mm-hmm.
round guard. I don't even know, y'all, because that was what his evaluation grade was, where he was supposed to be. But he was thrusted into starting for us last year because of injury. And
Mm-hmm.
clearly he was not ready. This year I seen that boy pull. I seen that boy swing out. I seen that boy do some things, combo block. And I'm like, hold up, Zavala? But
So
what difference a year make? What's
we
the
we,
difference
we,
a year
we,
make?
we got a couple of before I'm gonna get Logic and then I'm gonna do the super chat. Then we got Canales up at the podium. So super chat right here from Ron. He says, so we can't be mad when we lose. Evaluate. Go ahead, Logic.
Listen, man.
Motherfucker.
Listen, man. Listen. We ain't about being mad about losing. We understand where we are as a team. We wanted to see where we were with Andy Dalton. We clearly can see that he elevates the team. We still need pieces that we already needed before he was even starting for us. So that's a
Yes.
clear indication. All he did was show us that what we have in Xavier Legette, what we got in the running game, what we got with a defense who don't have to be on the field 95% of the time because your quarterback can't move the ball. So that's what we saw. We ain't mad about the loss. We would if we would have got the loss, congratulations, cool. But it is what it is. We know where we at as a team. You might not know, but we know. So that takes care of that.
Wiley, you got anything before I go into this press conference?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I'm so tired. We gotta evaluate our team, which we can now. And I believe 2 years from now, we draft a quarterback. Build a team, build a roster out. Don't worry about drafting no quarterback next year. Build a roster out.
Go ahead. I understand Andy Wiley. You're right. I'm gonna extend Andy 2 more years because you can win and you can be competitive right now with Andy. Then draft a quarterback.
What? Now
Yeah.
hold on, go. Before I play this video, when I said that shit right there, motherfucker jump all over my ass.
Well,
No,
I said,
no,
well,
I don't.
whatever you want to do. I mean, because you can do it both ways. You can do it both ways. You can rip the Band-Aid off and go inside there right now. But once again, I watch college football a lot of the day yesterday, and mudding video coming out soon. Mudding video coming out soon. We just got to go
Yeah,
through it. This is
yeah,
what we're
yeah.
doing. Y'all go over that mudding outlaw TV mudding video coming out. But I got a chance to back and forth and watch some games. Now, some of these guys, yeah, you can get them and sit them behind them if you want to
Mm.
get one this year. You know what I'm saying? For value purposes. Second rounder might be a third rounder there because this is not a quarterback draft. You
This is
want to come
definitely
back
not a
next year?
quarterback draft. I'm
Yeah,
under the impression, go. If you don't take Shador Sanders or Quinn Ewers in this draft right
this
here,
year.
you
Okay, okay,
wait.
okay, okay.
I'm talking about in this draft coming up that you're seeing these boys on the field with right now. If you don't take one of those two right there in the first round, the Carolina Panthers should move on and not touch Carson Beck, not touch
No,
Riley Leonard,
hell no.
not touch
No,
any of
hell
the. You saw Carson Beck yesterday fold up like a
no.
lawn
Man,
chair.
boy, like
That
a
boy
lawn
fold
chair.
up.
Under pressure, under
So
big lights.
I'm gonna tell y'all
Hey,
right
but
now, we're gonna have content coming out between Station 88. I'm gonna get on it because I was just slacking the last couple of weeks, just trying to get myself together. Because Station 88, the tailgate experience, we're gonna come and bring it all. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's time to get this thing going because I'm so excited. One, because I finally could see. I had to worry about the Panthers first. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's time
But
to
here we
bump that
go.
football out. College
Yes,
football.
sir. Here we go
hey,
with
I gotta go.
Canales.
I'm gonna pull off to the side.
Okay.
Good afternoon. First of all, I just want to mention, just thinking about it and just filled with, just the gratitude of being able to come and play this game. And we know there's so much going on out there, all across the Carolinas. There's people that were affected by the weather.
It sound funny
we
to
have family
y'all?
members talking about the devastation.
Yeah, sound like it's playing fast.
Yeah, it's sped up.
Just
Don't know what the
we all
hell
get
that is.
to make sure that I mentioned first our hearts and our prayers, our
Oh,
organization behind the relief effort, and another just
that was me.
moment of
My
gratitude.
bad.
Trying to figure things out, trying to get clean water going, things that we take for granted on a daily basis, but just something that we know that I just want everybody to know that our hearts are with them all as we do this. As far as the game, another step in the right direction in some areas, but early it came down to the ball. That first drive, we got to finish those in the red zone. Decision to go for it on fourth right there. We're knocking on the door. We got to be able to finish that and punch that in right there. But ended up being a huge part of the game, a huge difference in it. So, but overall, just without watching film, it just felt like just the fundamentals of football. A couple of missed tackles, a few big plays early on, offensively some drops, in some critical situations. Just being able to do right longer to finish and execute the way that we know we can. Another great day running the football. The balance of it with the actions and just some near misses. Things that we got to make sure that we come up with in that regard. So again, so for me, just talking to the team, like encourage that our football continues to improve, but we got to finish and we have to execute. And it all starts with me as a head coach, and as we continue to go back to this practice, just making sure that we're, really paying attention on those critical details of what it takes to play good football against a really good team. Obviously, with some of their players that made big plays for them today. Yeah. Yeah, we're evaluating Shaq right now. There's something in his lower leg, so it's really we don't know until we get the MRI and get that information, but it was enough that he couldn't finish. Josie had issues, groin and a hamstring that kept him out from going back in. Who else did we have there? Those were the two right there. And we had a couple guys that came off for a second, third, and finished the game after he was taken off. And so we'll give you more information as we evaluate them. Absolutely, 50% on third down. That's a day where you can continue drives and continue to be, aggressive and take your shots, get back to the run game, which all that came to life. But it was about execution, especially in that critical situation. We get the ball back, we're down a touchdown right there. We got to be able to throw and catch to continue those drives to give us a chance.
I think you said fundamentals were a problem today, but how much of a killer was that last drive they scored 66 yards in a minute and 8 seconds left in the first half?
Oh, absolutely. That definitely makes things harder. But we keep believing, and we believe that as long as there's time left on the clock, that we can get ourselves back into the game.
Deontay should have had a fade at that second goal.
He had a chance at it. So again, all these things are a day of near misses. We had a couple of balls that went down the field, so I'm excited about that part of our offense to be able to stretch the field. As teams know we're going to try to run the ball. This is exactly my dream of how this thing works from an offensive standpoint, and we got to take advantage of those ops.
Defensively, if you talk about wanting to be about the ball, how it's disappointing to see the missed tackles on a couple of the touchdowns.
Yep, those fundamentals, right? I mean, if we rally up and tackle, make them work, make the opposing offense have to work for every point they get, so they got a couple of big plays on us, and that was the difference of the game.
Coach, Xavier J, his growth as an offensive player.
Played fast, did what he was supposed to do, left a couple balls on the ground. That's a step that he's got to make. The fundamental things, right, is secure the catch and then be special after you do that. So, but again, a cool spark to see him play fast like he's been doing, and gives us a chance to continue to use him in different ways.
Not just not scoring, but it looked like Deontay dropped on the first drive in the end zone. How much did that change the whole game as far as your concerned?
I don't look at it like that. I take them kind of one drive at a time. That was a great opportunity. I hope we can come up with that play next time.
You think it's through your thought process on going for it, fourth and goal, fourth and inches in that first drive?
About mentality. We pride ourselves on being able to run the football. We did not finish. The guys take that personally. I take that personally. That's something that we have to continue to look at. What's our schemes? What was the breakdown? I'll watch the film and take a look at that. But that was an opportunity for us missed.
Yeah, you knew that this was kind of a building block year. How do you balance the long-term thought process with the things that you did well? Like in order to articulate, hey, yeah, this was a step in the right direction in this area, but in reality, we have a lot more things to.
For me, it's about that 1 week progression. It's about every day getting better and better at our systems. Again, we're still learning all these things and coming together with the communication and all that, and it's been better week after week. And so my approach is the weekly approach. That the Bengals were our opponent. We saw what they did. We saw the schemes that they had. We had great calls against it, and it comes down to execution. So I thought we took a step in some areas, but it wasn't enough to win, and that's the ultimate goal, was to win the football games, and we didn't get that done.
It's a really bad way to go. But 4th and 10 from the 8s when you're backed up there, you had to drop earlier with Mingo. Did the Mingo drop really affect whether you go for that or not? And then did you think about going for it even as low percentage as it was?
I thought about it, but in that situation, I was just really putting my trust in our team to play team football to get another shot, to get a good stop, on the following drive. See if we can, have time on the clock to be able to come back and be aggressive and attack. So, yeah, certainly starting the drive off, trying to get that completion going, and then who knows what happens, So I hate leaving it like that. I hate that feeling of just we had this opportunity. We played ourselves back in Xavier with the amazing interception, and fighting to give us a chance.
I'm gonna stop this right here because I want to ask you guys something. I want to ask y'all something real quick. Do y'all find, and I know Wiley said what he said in the beginning, but do y'all find fault with Canales for the way that we come out here and we looking right now? Do y'all find any fault with him?
I mean, I can't really. I mean, Andy's been able to be productive and move the ball and stuff. I can't really fault like the entire game on him or nothing, because at the end of the day, we don't have a pass rush, and it don't matter. You of all people we gonna play with somebody like Joe Burrow without a pass rush, this was even a game. So no, I'm not going. I ain't faulting him. Somebody else might want to, but I'm not.
I'm with you 1,000%. It's like I don't think you guys realize how good the coaching is. Because on one side, you got a Gerald Everett with no pieces, and you're really holding these boys with no pieces or talent to 34 points is actually very ingenious. Because to say you got no star D tackle, you got no star edge rushers, your middle linebacker Shaq, who really wasn't doing much, ended up getting hurt. J.C. Horn is the best player on the field defensively today, and it always shows week in and week out. Which I'm looking at this thing from a perspective of, had we had anybody else as a defensive coach, it probably would have been we probably would have been getting blown out in some of these games, man. But Gerald Everett is that damn good of a coach where he minimizes a lot of the mistakes and make it look so minute. And really, because if you don't got a star, you don't have a star at safety. Xavier Woods at one time, we saw him running and trailing behind people. You don't have a star other than JC at corner. You got one star on the whole team. You don't have no middle linebackers. You don't got no edge rushers, and you don't got no D tackles. And to see all that come together with no name guys, Gerald Everett to me is a damn good coach.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I see. Hold on. Wait a minute. Damn, they moving. See that right there?
Yeah.
That's on the real sunshine. I see that. I agree there. That's the only thing I'll possibly be upset about. 3 pass plays at the end right there,
See,
having to punt,
see,
and
see,
they ran the clock out.
see.
But that's Wally. That's one situation, one drive
But
for
that was,
the whole
that was,
game.
but hold on. If he'd have actually did that, if he'd have ran the ball, right? I mean, 3 incompletions. We know you don't do that at the end of the game. Come on, we got to be fair, guys.
But you just talking about one
Wiley,
drive.
once
You
again,
talking about it for the whole
yeah,
game. You can't do that. That's bullshit.
yeah,
Come
you
on,
talking
Wally.
you talking about one situation on rookie coach for a rookie coach that's trying that like I told you now that he bit off it more than he chew, calling playing and head coaching, this and that. I asked you guys that question early when he said he was gonna do it. See, you're gonna have situations, Wiley, where you're gonna nitpick like this the whole year and be like, he should have done this, he should have done that. Because you're in the heat of the game where he might not be seeing something because he's trying to evaluate some fucking defensive shit. He's doing head coach shit and trying to do offensive coordinator shit. So, did he bite off too more than he can chew by calling the plays, being a first year head coach?
But I don't
I'm gonna
think what I said was unfair,
I'm gonna tell y'all like this right here. Hold on, we'll get right back to you, Wiley. The real HHENT had a super chat, and there was another one up there earlier. He said, "Good to see Horn staying healthy. Knock on wood." And I believe the other super chat came from Ronnie. He said, "Bryce is sitting behind Andy." Shout out to both of them boys for that super chat. The link is in the chat if you would like to come up and discuss how you felt about this game, how you felt about the defense. And like I said, this is Legends Weekend. In a short few minutes, I'm gonna play the Legends Weekend video where we can sit down, look at this team, and be able to come to an agreement sitting here at this table. Because wholeheartedly, I don't know if I wash my hands with this season, but it's almost like I have no fault. I can't fault Canales, and I can't fault Evero for everything that's going on the field. And it's just
Nah,
like it's just one of those things where I can't even be upset because one, the realization for me as a fan has kicked in that I don't have high expectations for this defense this year. And offensively, Bryce Young was so bad. Anything that Andy gives me is a plus this year.
All
So
day.
It's a fact. The man out
looking
there
at
trying to
it,
make sugar out of shit, bro.
there you go. There you go. So anything that Canales is doing coaching wise, you getting to see a little bit of what he would bring to the table as a coach, but you couldn't see that with Bryce. You couldn't see none of that. And week in and week out, all we see and hear is Bryce was the first person off the field to congratulate Andy. Bryce is the first person to hug Andy. Bryce is the first. I'm so tired of hearing that boy.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of that
Damn.
boy.
Oh, no, no, no. Q, when we was at the
Mm?
stadium, the commentators started talking, right? They were
Mm-hmm.
saying, look at Bryce Young. He's checking on his teammates when he come off the
Mm-hmm.
sideline. He's sitting next
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
Andy talking. Dude said, I was a long time back up in the league. And sometimes you got to do that. And look at him playing his part. He's able to get behind there, and he's right with his teammate. He's not off the side. They
Mm-hmm.
already showing love for this dude for being a goddamn backup and a bona fide cheerleader, bro.
Lord have mercy.
They
That's
said
where
that
we at.
over the loudspeaker. Look at him. He's showing concern for his teammates that's come off that's hurt. He's right there in the ear of Andy Dalton, chatting him up, asking him what he sees. That's how you got to be as a backup in an NFL league, man. I love to see it.
Yeah. Uh, Kitty
What
Kitty
about
and
it?
City of Horror. What's going on with y'all?
What's up?
I'm just glad we play better, man. I'm just happy that we actually can see a game that we can cheer for and we're competitive and we're not getting blown out every week.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
We need
My
to make
thought.
a
My thought.
trade.
Okay, talk to a City of Horror. What's up?
We need to make a trade for a pass rusher
A
because
pass rusher?
yeah,
Okay. No. Let me get it. Who
because
we
I
gonna
deep
trade?
I don't know, but we got to make some type of trade.
God damn, City of Honor. You just can't come out here and talk
I'm
about
No.
we
just
need to
Here we
make
saying.
go.
this
Here we
I
go.
trade.
don't
Well, you're
And
gonna
you
have to
Here we
give
go.
up
yes,
something.
bro.
Here we
You
go.
got to give
give
up something. And I
give
just told you the defense is gutted. What we gonna give up?
give up Mingo.
Look, City of Honor, this is what you got to do. You got to sit your ass back. Sit back. We evaluate. Fuck what Ronnie talking about and all this. Y'all, we're not competing for the NFC South. We not going no damn playoffs. We're trying to evaluate this team that's in a rebuild. See, they lied to you and told you win. Now we are not. We are not. This is a rebuild.
Yeah. Ain't
I
no
s-
sense in trading for nobody
Ain't
right now,
nobody.
bro.
Ain't nobody
We
to
ain't doing
trade.
that. We ain't nobody
if
to trade.
but if we had a pass rusher, man, I think our defense would be better. We don't got nobody to get to the quarterback though.
Well,
Nobody.
we knew that coming into the year, bro. I mean, y'all told me Jadeveon Clowney was gonna be the pass rusher to get to the quarterback.
Yeah,
Look how that look.
but you do okay. I'm gonna give you a plus. I'm gonna give you a plus. Wanham's coming back. And Bono's coming back. Them boys by the end of the year, but it'll be too far gone though. But before the end of the year, those guys will be back, and then we'll see what we got in them guys as well. But that's all you're gonna be able to do, see what you got in them, because by that time we'll be mathematically out of it. But those
Mm-hmm.
guys will be back. I
And
mean,
I got
it's just a sit back time, bro. We just got to be patient.
but it don't help when our DBs play so far back and they just throwing quick passes type shit. Like they giving them too much space, and we ain't got no DBs that can tackle.
Well, can I tell you why they doing that, bro?
Why's that?
Because they trying not to allow anything over the top because they realize they can't
Hmm.
stop the run and they realize they can't get a pass rush because they don't have talent. So the next
Hmm.
best thing is let's work to our strengths. Well, we got corners galore out here that they using a bunch of safeties and they're using a bunch of corners. So they're saying you will not throw over the top of us. We'll give you underneath and we'll let you get off on the run game. But we're just gonna make sure we nullify the pass with you. And that's basically what Ejiro Evero is doing. He runs a lot of disguised defenses where he has these guys, no name guys. Now, y'all boy can't name me nobody on that damn D line, man. Y'all can't name nobody over there, man. Bottom shelf players out there trying to get to the quarterback.
Bottom shelf. Raw
So,
food.
you think we made a mistake by getting rid of Burns?
I'm gonna tell you like this
Yes.
right here. I'm gonna tell you like this right. A 25-year-old edge rusher does not grow on trees. Now, a lot of Panther fans is gonna tell you they didn't want to pay him the $30 million, and it's always gonna be about the $30 million with him. You needed a guy that, at the end of the day, if you had Burns and Clowney together, and then you put Brown and you had a couple of other pieces in the front, you would have a solidified defensive line. But they didn't want to do that. So I'm not saying anything about Burns because these boys get bent out of shape when you mention that motherfucker name. He like Voldemort riding this son bitch, man. He like Voldemort.
Right. Damn, man, it's crazy. I might lose that bet. Damn.
You mentioned Burns and a check. What trying to bet to me?
But the
Shit,
bet to
you know
you
the
and
fuck bet to me. Damn right,
old
you
boy,
know the fuck to bet.
old boy, old boy too. I bet it you and old boy.
Yeah,
That's Red Swarm.
Yeah.
yeah, bet. Yeah.
What's
Leo.
up? What's up, gentlemen? Hey, Everett gone. He ain't gonna be on the coaching staff next year. They get rid of
Who that?
Everett. They getting rid of him.
Well, I mean, if they do, they do. I mean, it ain't. But once again, anybody can see that Leo, what's going on around here. It ain't no secret. Once again,
That me?
You, you in a
they
you
gave
in
the
a car,
opportunity.
Leo?
That's my phone doing that.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
you, bro.
bad. All right, then what's going on? That me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out of there now.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah, it ain't no.
our offense playing so I ain't gonna say so good, but they playing pretty good, and our defense ain't helping them. It's like vice versa now. It was Bryce was fucking up, our defense was giving us some. Now Andy Dalton doing good, our defense ain't giving us shit.
That's how I go. That's life. That's how I be sometimes.
Damn.
Yeah, your defense couldn't help but give you something because they was on the field 30 some odd damn minutes. 38 minutes.
City
Damn.
Horror,
So
we,
they
we,
couldn't
we
help
tried to tell y'all boys when you let Jeremy Chin and Louvu and all them boys walk out the door and YGM, Black Ass, there go all your sacks. 27 sacks just walk out the door.
We should have
Y-
kicked that field goal, man.
Huh?
That field
Oh,
goal, we should have kicked that field goal.
Nah,
We
man,
didn't
it was a
kick.
good. We Chuba Hubbard not a power back. They just ran the ball. I mean, it is what it is. We lost to a better team. You know, that's how I go. Jamar Chase is a all pro player. Joe
Yeah.
Burrow all
he
pro.
showed it.
That's how shit
He
go.
showed it.
Yeah,
Leo, you saw that play that nigga break like 6 tackles
yeah. That's
and
what
went
I'm
straight
saying.
onto the his zone.
That
You
dude.
can't teach that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't teach that, cuz.
Exactly. That's a special player. You just lost to a better team. You know, that's how shit go.
And then
Hmm.
Brown was breaking tackles. What's his name? Was it Brown or the running back they had? He was
Chase
breaking.
Brown. Yeah, he run hard, man. I mean, Chuba run hard, but he not as explosive. He hurt his ankle years ago, and in college that was Chuba Hubbard. But he hurt his ankle, so they ain't the same person. But that's how life is. I mean, you know, you
Mm.
win some, you lose some. The defense, like y'all say, the defense players they gone. So that's the sacrifice that you made. But unfortunately, the quarterback that you made the sacrifice for is not even playing.
Nah, he
So,
ain't. Nope.
yeah.
Where your boy Randy Gregory at? Do you think that'll be a nice piece for us?
Nah, stop
You
trying to
talking about the
win,
drug
brother.
addict?
Stop trying to win.
Oh,
You
he a
trying to
drug
win.
addict.
You talking about
You
the drug
trying to
Bro,
addict,
win.
leave it
man?
alone, bro.
Yeah,
Leave it
leave that
alone,
alone,
man.
man. Just take these losses and it's competitive. That's what you should expect. You shouldn't expect
So
no wins. Andy Dalton is an older quarterback. He made some great plays, but those guys dropped the ball. They're young. It is what it is. Stop trying to win. Just take these
city
L's.
of horror, city of horror. You didn't see
Uh-huh.
none of this coming before the season.
I didn't see it coming because we had Bryce. You feel me? Like Bryce, I knew it was nothing, but Andy Dalton give us hope. Like he give us hope.
Oh shit, he got hope. Oh
No, you
shit.
can't have hope in a 38-year quarterback, brother. You can't have no hope in that. Just take these losses, man. Just watch college
Bro,
football and hope we draft somebody.
Andy Dalton shows you what competent quarterback play from the position looks
Hmm.
like. Now,
Right.
don't get
Yeah.
that
He
confused or
shows you
mistaken with he's
yeah
the
what
answer
competent
or
quarterback.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
got to understand, you must draft a quarterback, but make sure you get the right quarterback. And
Mm.
if
Right.
you're looking at Andy Dalton right now and seeing what he does best, you use those same traits in your next quarterback. If strong arm, 6'2", or something or better, you use them same traits in finding your quarterback and make sure
Yes,
that you go
sir.
out there and run this a Canales system.
Yeah,
Because that's what the
Yes,
fuck you need.
yeah,
Right.
yep, exactly. You better
Yeah.
preach.
yeah.
People
That'll be,
don't realize how important traits are for a quarterback. Andy Dalton is not the most impressive, but what he does the best, he's a leader. His instincts are very good for an older quarterback, and being that he's a veteran, he's seen it all. So he's calm all the time. Like when that pick went out there, what he did, he came right back out there, sling that ball, and it was like nothing to it.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce would have been rattled. I'm telling you that right now. He'd have been rattled.
With the tips and the back downs that they got on Andy, could you imagine what they would have got on Bryce?
wouldn't have been the
Lord have
game.
mercy.
Would have
One in there.
been we got blown out. Wouldn't have
45
been.
to
One in
nothing.
there.
No, 50 to
Yeah,
nothing.
it wouldn't have been. It
One
wouldn't
ain't
have
even
been
been the
nothing.
same game. One ain't been the
Not at
same
all.
game. Well,
Night and day.
one thing you probably more likely you'd have lost to the Raiders, and
Mm-hmm.
we'd
Yeah.
have went in here just divided and defeated. So the beginning of the game, man, it wasn't even been a game. Like the vibe that Logic said was, people cheering and all kind. That wouldn't have been there. So no, it wouldn't even been the same. That's what
Right.
I'd have been
y'all
in the
got to
bed
look at
with
the
my head
whole.
covered up.
Yeah, yeah. You got to look at the whole thing that is getting put together right now. Just sit back. We don't need to make no trades for nobody
No
because we don't have no
trade.
assets. Yeah, we
I'm
don't
trying
have
to be
no
exactly. You
assets.
ain't got nobody.
Go. Take a look at this right here. Omar Bass said we got a quarterback, Jack Plummer.
Oh shoot.
Nah, man. Jack, Jack, right there. Where you need to be at.
I think
I'm
Jack
telling
Plummer is a good backup, or well, he has potential to be a good backup. We haven't seen it yet from him. He's young, he's raw, he has a lot of stuff that he had to put together. But as far as me trotting out there next year with him as my starting quarterback, I don't think so.
No, you asking to
Uh,
lose. You asking to lose. That's ridiculous. That's not logical. You asking to lose.
well, Leo, I mean, Bryce has this team so far down. Like I saw even Jeff Teague them on the 520 podcast yesterday say it's over for Bryce.
Yeah,
It's over.
yeah. He not an NFL player. He ain't good.
Yeah.
you. Leo,
Yes, sir, bro.
you see how he ain't even thinking. He said Jake Plummer, the best damn quarterback in the NFL, went number three. I mean, in the ACC, went number three to New England, and he ain't even playing yet.
Mm.
That's what I'm
But they
saying.
want us to take Jake Plummer as our starter. Y'all
I
got
done
to
Ridiculous,
told him
man.
stop
go.
this,
I done told
man.
him go. I
That's
seen that man
ridiculous.
live in person.
Oh
He
my
can't handle no
God.
pressure. If he don't have his
Mm.
first read, he panics. I don't. He need to stay right where he is. They need to
Stay
stop
right there
that
where he at,
fanboy and
man.
stuff, man.
Drake
Just cause
May
somebody
sitting in
daddy
New
or he went
England
to your
learning.
high school or somebody in your same county, he ain't it, bro. He went undrafted for a reason.
Mm.
Undrafted quarterbacks don't start until they become journeymen. They don't start.
Mm.
Draft the
Wow.
quarterback and let it ride.
And
People trying to win.
it's
Why they
still
motherfuckers
people
trying
in
to
the
win?
stadium,
Like,
by, might I add, that still believe we need to give Bryce Young some time and all this mess. So they ain't over with the Bryce hype yet either.
well,
Let
yeah, that's truly unfortunate for them.
let Bryce be the highest paid backup. Let him
What?
let that be his. You know he's the highest paid backup. You feel me? So let him be that.
Oh, oh, okay. I thought you were saying sign this nigga after his guy. Ooh, boy, I almost passed
No,
out just now.
no. I said let him be the highest paid backup. That's what he got his money. That's good enough for him.
They
Yeah.
said the
Uh,
Washington Redskins haven't punted one time this whole year.
well, you know why? Because they got a good goddamn quarterback.
My
And the
man,
offense is they had that boy in company with who I sent y'all the other day. That was Peyton Manning and who was the other guy they had him in company with? The boy looked good, man.
his completion percentage is eighty
When you
percent.
find your quarterback, everything around you changes.
Hmm
Mhm.
Me and MDJ on the tailgate experience talked about Washington, and I told him 4 months ago with that defense and a quarterback. I said, y'all laugh at that motherfucker that came from Dallas over there, Quinn. Y'all laugh at him. But Quinn know what the fuck he need this time right here. He went and got it. He not gonna bullshit away this chance he got to get this thing done. So, shout out to him.
Yeah, you just got to draft a quarterback and let it ride.
I
Yep.
sat there and I told y'all
Yeah.
draft night. Y'all go back to our draft night video. I told these guys here those top three quarterbacks, them guys won a king's ransom. They was not trading out of those spots for them guys.
Yeah,
Caleb Williams was the media made darling once again. Now he's better than Bryce. He ain't no failure like Bryce, but Jaden Daniel was the one. Pick that number two once again. Those
yeah.
three quarterbacks that came out, what New England's doing with setting Drake May. So when
Yeah,
he
still
does come
done.
out,
Yeah.
everything's gonna be ready for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's I mean, those guys, those were the guys.
They gonna
They gonna
draft
be
some wide receivers and get the
yeah,
defense together. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong
they're
with Panther
gonna
fans. They
be
trying to win.
NFL caliber quarterbacks. You
Yeah.
see it, you know it.
I
So
wonder
what?
what they're gonna do as far as the draft.
Yeah, do we go all defense?
First.
No, it's gonna be 4 or 5 years for the Panthers to be relevant. You just gonna have to accept that. You don't know the players that's coming out of school. I mean, you just draft a cornerback or you know,
Now we need to draft some dogs. We ain't got no dogs on defense.
just gotta wait.
Well, they told us at the beginning of the year them boys was dogs. Now hold on now.
Nah, they ain't no dogs.
Well, our offense,
Josie
I think our
Jewell,
offense has exposed our defense though by the way they playing.
brother, I was told Josie Jewell was Dan Morgan, Luke Kuechly like. On this very own
Nah,
podcast, people
man,
came up here and said that.
they don't know what they talking about. Whoever said that, they just fanboy. They talking crazy.
He ain't
We
been on
need to
this
get James
Nick,
podcast in a while.
Pierce.
Nick,
Nah,
with your dumb ass, wherever you at,
well,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
thank
sure
you.
you listening. That was you. That was you, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking, how had that dude been in the league almost 8, 7 years? He ain't did nothing.
Well, they say over here he was gonna be godsend. So I mean, hey,
That's the
Be-
person who just
now
talking
because he was
so
on the sorry
they gonna
logically.
say that
defense.
that wasn't that's not what they said, and I got video of these boys saying this shit, arguing everybody down.
Yeah, I remember that.
Just for the sake of arguing.
Just for the state of argument, just talking, just saying stupid shit. Here we go. That
Here we
saying
go.
Ashawn Robinson, they say he was gonna come in here and get sacks, and
He been in the
they
league God knows how long.
yeah, journeyman. I said, wait a minute now. How the hell we got better? We got
Leo,
better, Q.
yeah,
Go, y'all so damn negative.
I'm
Okay.
like,
Leo. And
yes,
they
sir.
ain't even look at that. They don't look at his player profile. They don't look at his style of play. They like
Just
you just said. Ashawn Robinson supposed to get sacks. You know how many sacks Ashawn Robinson got career?
probably about 5, if that.
I, I think it was 9 or 10 for
His whole
career.
career.
Whole
He done
career.
been in the league like 8, 9 years.
So
That
that's
one a
one
year.
per year. One per year.
And they just be tussling, man. These
He's the
motherfuckers
run
just
stopper.
talking,
They don't
man.
even know what they talking about.
Just
Ashawn
saying
Robinson.
There you
anything.
go.
Man.
He never
Black ass
have.
Ronnie.
What it do, fellas? What it do?
Oh shit, here we go. Now, give us your assessment from this game here, Ronnie.
Hey man, I'm just watching it now, man. I'm watching it on the replay.
You don't
Watching it
even
on the
watch
replay.
us play. You ain't no
Hey
fan.
man, I couldn't catch it live,
Oh
man.
shit.
I'm in Oregon, man. I'm in Oregon. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't catch it live, man.
Man, you better
Man,
get
you
on
all
that
over.
do. You better get on that Dofu app. That's how I watch the games. If you want to watch the games, you better get on that
Yep,
shit.
that's how I watch them.
I gotta
I
do something. I gotta
yeah,
do something.
I couldn't watch him in Tennessee until my homeboy told me about that Doofu app, and I've been watching every Carolina Panther game since last year.
You in Tennessee too? That's how I gotta watch them, that Dofu app.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fucking up. But man, Cube shit, I think man, we played well, man. We played well on offense. Defense, they gonna get rid of Evero, man. Evero, I ain't getting it done on
That's what I
defense.
said.
We ain't
Uh,
aggressive enough.
What do you expect for him? What do you expect the defense to look like?
I expect he ain't never been a front four defensive coach. He always been a corner and safety coach. But
no, that's a lie. That's a
getting
lie.
in the
See, there
Stop,
you
coaching.
stop,
go.
stop, stop,
There
Rodney.
you
Stop.
go. Talking out your
Stop,
ass
Rodney.
again.
Stop. 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 Stop.
Now
It's
I
always got the
will
guys on the
say
front.
that I will say that the guy that's supposed to be the guy on defense, he hurt right now.
Who that?
So the up front, the guy that's hurt right now, the pretty much
Talk
Derek
lead
about Derek
Brown.
on
Brown.
on
Derek
defense.
Brown. Talk
He's
about Derek Brown.
overrated. I keep telling y'all he's overrated.
He
Y'all
led
gonna
the league
see.
in tackles as a
Man,
Brother, they
tackle,
not
bro.
going.
that
Don't you mention that no more, brother. They not going to hear it, brother.
that's his.
That's.
That's 1 year. That was his last
As a
contract
tackle,
year.
Brother,
bro. He
don't you
led
say,
the
don't
league.
mention it no more, brother. You know they don't agree. I agree with you. That's
Yeah,
it. That's it.
he
I'm the
only had
only
one
person
good
who agree
year.
with it. So you can't tell these people that, brother. So you
One
stop
good
saying that.
year.
If you stop saying that, brother, it's just
I'm.
me and you. They
I'm gonna
not going to
quit
agree on
saying
that,
it.
brother.
I'm gonna
Bro,
quit
he
saying
is
it.
the anchor
Don't
of
you
the
say that no
defense.
more,
That's
brother.
why we
Because
don't
they
All
have
right,
going
an
I
to.
won't.
identity right now. We don't have no identity up front because he's hurt. And pretty much he the captain
What
of the
are what
defense.
what is the chances that we get a top edge rusher in the draft though?
Bro, we need another coach. They need to bring Wilkes back on defense. That's what the fuck we need to do. We don't have no
Oh
identity
Lord,
on
Wilkes
defense.
ain't gonna make it look no different if we deplete it with
If you
no
ain't
type
got the
of
Shit,
depth
players,
or
it don't
we
matter.
anything.
our
It's
defense,
Had a
crazy.
we
talent,
don't
bro.
even stop. We don't
You
even
gotta have
tackle,
the
bro.
talent first. It don't
We
matter
don't
about the
even
coach at this
tackle.
point.
Yeah.
We're not even
Stupid.
tacklers.
But they going to blame the tackling on the coach, y'all. So, I mean, you right, though,
Yes,
brother.
that's the
So so
mentality.
That's
so
what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying.
How
Like,
you
that's why.
So
tackle?
We
That's
should
why
we should
Evero
have
ain't
been
going
letting
to
let's
coach
only
fire the
that.
tackle
coach,
all
right?
game now.
That makes sense. Just instead of fixing the problem, just fire the coach, right? Because that makes
You know,
sense.
Evero going to be, they not good. And that's not Dan Morgan. Them boy, Evero not his people. What's the
Hey,
name
that's
want
what I'm
them back?
saying. They're gonna get rid of
They
him.
going to get rid of
He out
Evero.
the door.
No,
They not
I
tackling.
disagree with that right there, Leo, because Dan Mugger was assistant GM that brought Evero in here.
Mm-mm.
He was assistant
Assistant,
GM when
if
they
you
brought that
were
nigga in here.
assistant, you, if the team not tackling well, who get the blame?
Damn.
But
All right.
Leo, he helped
Hey,
brought
but I
this
think
nigga through the door.
I think
If the
Canales
defense
wanted to
not
keep
tackling,
Everett
brother,
though.
who get the blame for that, brother?
You know, I don't understand why y'all act like him as an assistant GM had no ties, no say so on nothing on this team at all.
Nobody's saying that, brother. But if the defense not tackling, who get the blame?
Hey,
I mean, of
Leo.
course you blame the coordinator, of course.
You
Mm-hmm.
gotta look at this right here. $155 million was spent in two linemen. Then the draft, you draft the first pick was a receiver. Second pick was a running back. Third pick was the linebacker, project linebacker. The fourth pick was a tight end. You see what I'm saying? So how can you blame when everything went to the offense this year? Y'all can't see
Kendall,
that?
I hear you, brother. But let me ask you, like I asked you, brother. If the team not tackling well, who get the blame?
The
My
coaches.
God, Leo,
And
you
it
just
should
said
be
it
the
yourself.
six niggas that missed the fucking tackle with Jamar Chase. That's who it should be.
You right, but I mean they practice for a reason, though, right?
Well, obviously it didn't do nothing on the damn field when you missing
Okay,
fucking
and
tackles.
who gonna get the blame for that?
Leo, okay, so you playing
The niggas that
basketball,
missed the
Leo.
fucking tackles.
You playing basketball. Everybody on your squad is the size of Bryce Young. You think y'all gonna win a championship?
Hey,
Y'all ain't
Nah.
y'all
got no
duck,
top on the team.
y'all ducking,
You
y'all
think?
ducking, you ducking, brother, you
Yeah.
ducking, you
Okay,
ducking,
Leo,
okay, okay,
y'all
Leo,
okay.
ducking.
you got six motherfuckers that missed a tackle on one man today, and they all had him literally hands on the nigga.
You right?
Yeah.
And you
He
can't
only
blame that
tackling to
on
me.
Evero because
Ooh.
Evero taught them the fundamentals of how to
Oh,
tackle. He
okay.
laid the fundamentals out on what he need and expected from his team. It's
But
up to them to execute that shit.
So,
but Q,
Leo,
why he
and
can't
that was
take
an 8 yard.
responsibility for it then? Why he can't take responsibility? Any defensive coordinator?
Knowing him, he's gonna take responsibility for it. But deep down
Oh, they
inside,
gonna
as
hold
a
him. It's
player,
gonna be
if
on him.
as a player, if I go out there after my coach done told me what the fuck I need to do and I miss a tackle, that's probably gonna get me benched. Nine
So
times out
so
of ten,
so
it's not gonna get him out of the door immediately because he's a damn good coach.
and at this level, Q, why is he coaching tackling fundamentals at this level? He coaching
Exactly.
tackling fundamentals at this level.
That should be
Come
some
on, Leo.
shit that
Listen,
they
y'all
should
try
have been
y'all
bidding
trying to
on.
save him. I
and
got
let
you, but
somebody
don't
pick him
worry
up
about
somewhere.
it.
He'll be
He
a head coach
gone.
Man,
somewhere.
get
And let
He
somebody
rap.
pick him
gone.
up
Got
Don't worry
got
about it,
bro.
y'all.
At
This
this
is
He should
last
level,
be.
at
year.
this
Evero
level.
will be in the Carolina Panthers
Ah,
system
shit.
next year,
He
and they'll
He
gone,
get him
gonna
in the
y'all. Don't
game
worry
and
about
he
it.
teach
He
him
gonna
to
gonna be
play.
fulfill
gone.
that
They'll
whole
help him
goddamn
fix his defense.
contract.
He's not
He'll
going
be gone.
nowhere.
Okay.
He'll be a head
Now
coach
let
next year.
somebody else pick him up and he'll be a head coach. He will be in our building, and
That's
they will have a defensive
that's what's
draft
going
pick.
to
They
happen.
not firing him.
He gonna be a head coach next year somewhere. He ain't gonna be on the Panthers next year.
The Panthers keep playing. The defense keep
We'll
playing like
see
they playing. He
again.
won't be no head coach. No, last year he could have been a head coach, but if they playing like they playing, how many points Panthers giving up a game?
About 24 a game.
Okay,
Yeah, we
what's
got
that
the
rank in
most.
the
Yeah, we
NFL?
got the most worst. The most
Let me look
the
it up.
worst in NFL right now.
What,
They brought it up on TV. It's the worst.
the
Thirty-two
worst
point
defense?
two points per game. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
So
worst
that
so
defense
how
right
so
now.
how so
formation.
so you tell me,
Points.
brother, how's the defensive coordinator or how's the defensive coordinator gonna get a job next year when he
He
got
not.
one
Not.
of the worst defenses in
He
the
not.
NFL?
He not.
He not.
He
Yeah,
not.
He not.
and they don't want that
Not.
formation he
Hey,
running.
go answer the question for me. How many of our safeties or corners got sacks this year in any of the games yet? I've been saying we don't do any pressures or anything with our corners
Yeah,
or
I
we don't
think
do
safeties.
no
JC
Nothing.
got.
blitzes.
I think
None of
JC
that
got
shit.
one. JC got
J.C.
one.
Horn got a sack, but you can't do that because the cornerbacks that you expose the cornerbacks.
Yeah.
They could
Yeah.
barely stick
But if
anybody as
you
it
ain't
is.
getting no, you
Ronnie,
don't
why
have
you
a
why
Yeah.
you
dominant
wanting them to
front
blitz from the
four. You
corner
don't have a
position when
dominant
we
front
don't have
four.
no D
You
line
got to do
pressure?
something.
Brother, when they blitzed
You're gonna kill
today,
your
they
defense
couldn't
that
get to the
way.
quarterback.
Yeah.
You don't know how to play football, Ronnie. You just told on yourself.
Yeah,
Bro,
when
they
they
Ain't no
blitzed
way if you
today,
ain't
they
got
couldn't
no
even get
D
to
so
the
line
corners
cornerback,
in
pressure.
the
so it
You
don't
gonna
even
stand your
matter.
damn
secondary.
cornerback.
Oh
So
Have
hell.
you lost your dang mind?
you don't bring up the
Have you
corners and the
lost your
safeties in the
mind?
defense. So
Listen to
you
what
don't
you're
Oh
do that.
saying,
hell.
Ronnie. Listen to what you're saying. You got no D line pressure, so I'm gonna send my cornerbacks. I'm gonna blitz my cornerbacks.
Right, but you still utilize the pressure as
But
a
Ronnie,
three-four
you
or
didn't watch the
a
game, brother.
four-three.
They was blitzing a little bit, but they still couldn't get to the quarterback, so it
Because
don't
they
matter.
picking them up. They picking the
They
blitz
picked it
up.
up. It's easy work for them. The Panthers don't have good enough players on defense. It is what it is. It's unfortunate for Evero, but he gonna get the blame.
You can't even get off your block.
I
They'll
don't
Mm-hmm.
have a
agree.
defensive draft for him next
I
year.
don't
He ain't
agree.
worried about it.
Now, do y'all think Evero can switch his formation, defense formation, in the middle of the season to make us play
Why would
better?
you switch?
Like,
Oh my
No, it's
head.
not
All right,
possible.
go ahead.
I'm just
Nah,
Go
It's
ahead.
asking.
not
I'm
the
just
possible.
coach ain't
asking.
gonna
Go ahead.
accept that. That's
Go
gonna
ahead.
be you accepting failure. You admitting failure. They
Hold on.
don't
Hold on. Hold
need
on. Let
that.
me answer his question though. Hold up. City
I'm
Ronald,
just asking
why would you like? Yeah. Why would you like him to switch to
because it might be better for us.
the run? What?
Switch to what? Switch switch to what?
What
What do you want to switch to?
what we playing? What we playing? 3-4. We playing 3-4 or 4-3.
We
You
playing a
could
They
three
barely
four.
stop
utilize
the
both.
run
They
now, brother.
utilize
Three,
both.
four.
You could barely stop the run now. You don't have the players on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
We
just
we run
asking.
we run a
You don't
three
have the
four.
players on the defensive side to stop it.
I'm
What
looking
Yeah,
what
at
a,
this right now, and the Carolina Panthers are top 10 in yards against and gets in yards about thrown against. Carolina Panthers are number 9 totally in defense. That's crazy. Number 9 against the pass.
Uh-huh.
it's the runs.
It's that goddamn run. Now that
Mhm.
run look completely
Yeah, our
different.
front seven can't stop nothing really.
Yeah, the players, unfortunately. You got to draft some players. You'll be all right. It's
that's all
gonna
it
take
is.
about
You
3 years,
have
though.
some
It's gonna
spots.
happen
You have
overnight.
some players. You're gonna cycle some guys out. They took the team and they spent the resources on the offense to evaluate Bryce Young. Bryce
Yep.
Young looked so fucking bad they had to go to Andy Dalton to evaluate the talent that they brought in. This is what we tell you
And
guys
that's a
every day.
shame. That's a shame.
Yep.
So we
That's a shame.
29th in the run.
Because
We 29th. because
Yeah.
we are fourth. We give up the fourth most yards, so
Mm.
that's 29th overall in the league against the run. That's terrible.
Yep.
Somebody's got a TV on in the background, man, and y'all can turn it
And it
down
just
or
about sums it
yeah.
up right there.
Yeah, somebody cut the TV off.
It's but
Okay,
I mean, this is
go
what
ahead.
this is what they done as a team. This is what they done as a team. That's the direction they went in. And y'all can see it, man. We told you that this defense was full of B-rated, C-rated players.
Mm.
And then unfortunately, some of those guys got hurt.
Yeah, Shaq
So,
hurt now.
yeah.
Yeah, go. We can't have C-rated and B-rated players, and then
Yeah.
those players get hurt. It's just
And
gonna
then they
get
get
worse.
hurt.
It's just gonna get
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah. Down the rabbit hole you go.
There he is. Yep.
And that's the story. That's the moral of the game, though, because it seemed like the whole season everybody was just getting hurt, 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 hurt. We signed the players that hurt. I'm gonna put this on the screen right here. This is the tab of the injury, basically of all the guys that's on IR right now. This shit is long as the damn Nile River.
Mm.
Look at this shit right here. You got your Davion Clowney. He didn't play. Injury not related. They just basically rested him. Ashawn Robinson, he got a knee after this game. Well, goddamn.
Mm.
Lonnie Johnson, cornerback, got a hip. Damian Lewis, the guard, elbow. Shy Tuttle got a foot. He didn't play. Chuba Hubbard, he played for a little bit, but they rested him. Nick Scott, he got quadriceps. Andy Dalton, he been nursing that ankle for a couple of games here. Deontay Johnson had a groin coming into this game. Taylor Moton and Robin Hunt. I mean, look at all. We got what? One,
It's
two,
gonna get
three,
worse at
four,
the end of the
five,
season,
six,
though.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 motherfuckers on this list.
So what you saying, Q, is our strength and conditioner motherfucking staff ain't shit?
That's not what I'm saying, because them boys can do their job only for. It's not their fault that these boys can't keep their legs and hips together. It ain't their fault.
Okay.
All I'm saying is you got a lot of injuries on this team right now, and most of it is on the defense. A lot of it is on the defense. So you gotta kind of understand what a coach has to work with when half of his personnel is sitting in regular clothes, like me and you.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you something, City. I'm gonna tell you something. Deion Sanders said it one time. On one of his, they be on social media all the time, this and that. He gave those guys was having a lot of nicked up. He said, I'm looking at his team, and this guy talking about his ankle, and this guy talking about his wrist, and this guy was talking about. He said, hold up now. A lot. He said, because he knows this now. This is a professional guy that's been in the league for years. See, guys start to do that when they say, well, damn, such and such is out right now, and he ain't got to come to this Wednesday practice or whatever. Or he's on a pitch count. Let me say my ankle giving me a little bit of problem. Shit, let me sit out. My this and that, especially when you on a team that ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That
Mm.
happens. That happens all the time. So you start to see all these guys right here at the beginning of the year: ankle, knee, elbow, groin, wrist, shoulder, miss a game or two. Cause they start to thinking, I ain't playing for shit. I got this ain't my contract year. See now, if we were playing for championship, go look at them championship teams. And them guys had little nicks. They out there still playing.
Mm-hmm.
They out there still playing. They playing through it. Especially when they get to the playoffs and shit. I heard one guy say, I can't remember who said it. Get to the playoffs, he said, shit, everybody hurt. Come on, let's go. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you trying to get that Super Bowl.
Man,
You
I'm
feel me?
gonna say this real quick. Shout out to Age of 704. Our brother right there of the show, he came down to Charlotte today from Arizona. So it
Yes,
was good
sir.
to see him in the stadium. Brother, I hope you had a great time out there at the game today. And it was worthwhile because you got to see a team come out and be competitive. And if you like competitive play for the Carolina Panthers, there's 110 of y'all in here today. Make sure you look down right now and like the video. And if
Hey,
you watch it on Twitter, come on over and like it.
shout out to Agent 704. He came and hollered at me, man, in my section, man. It was good to see you. Good
No
to meet
doubt.
you, brother.
No doubt.
Yeah,
704
yeah.
come all the way from Phoenix, y'all. And I'm glad that he came from Phoenix and they had already benched Bryce, because I'm glad he didn't make all that money that he paid to come all the way from Phoenix to see some bullshit. At least he did see a competitive game.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
Yeah,
why. That's why he came. If Bryce was there, I don't think he would have came.
yeah. And so this is one of the things where we dropped to 1-3. But I think it was totally expected. Like I said, I wanted to come out and see a competitive game against the Bengals. I did not expect us to come out here and win this game. We had potential, but it's all good, man. It's one of those ones where we were in place. It's just that you got to rob Peter to pay Paul. You don't have
Yeah,
enough to get over the hump. And
yeah,
not all the time the ball really goes in your way. So
yeah.
this is a lot to take from. We got a lot of takeaways from this right here. I think who we got next? Atlanta? Who the
The
fifth game?
Bears.
Fifth game?
The Bears.
The
The Bears.
Bears.
The Bears.
Okay. Now we gonna see something now.
And I said that
Caleb
was gonna be a
Williams.
win. Mm.
We could potentially beat the Bears.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
could
I
potentially
mean, that's
beat the
all. That's
Bears
all
because
we
we're a
ask
better
of.
team.
Yeah, that's some of us fans. All we ask of is be competitive. You know, give us something to look at versus what we've been looking at for the past 7 years. Because I ain't about to spend all this money to come look at y'all stink.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the
Shout out
great
to
Julius Peppers, man. They
yes,
honored
sir.
him today in the stadium. That's our legend, man, here in
Yes,
Carolina.
sir.
If you want to look no further, Julius Peppers is the gold standard here in
Absolutely.
Carolina.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir. Tar Heel greatness.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah, if
I'm gonna
only we
drop the
had
link
another
one more
Julius
time.
Peppers.
Yeah, if you had a modern day Julius Peppers on his team, it would have looked the way it looked today. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, because my boy, your boy King Burrow out there was very comfortable. Very
Oh yeah.
comfortable.
Even with a bad ankle. Cause I saw him roll that ankle one time. A lineman step on his leg, and it wasn't nothing to him. They taped that boy up and had him right back out there.
Come back out there
But you
jumping.
see what happens when we get a little pressure on him, though.
That's how he
He
threw
rolled
that
out of
pick.
pocket and made a
That's how he
mistake.
threw that pick. Yep. You got a little bit of pressure. Somebody in his
Hmm.
face, he threw a pick.
But you know what? That's the king. Like Elvis Presley, he is the king. You know, it's a damn good thing to see the king come to. I wanted to go to the bank and see the king today, but before these eyes shed here one day, I'm gonna go watch the king play. That boy, that's a bad boy at
I
quarterback,
saw
man.
that boy warming up this morning, bruh. Hey, 50, 60 yards, flick of the wrist. No effort. No
Lord
effort.
have mercy.
Ball just pretty. I was like, why he out
But
here doing that, man? Why he out here doing that?
it's,
That's my other quarterback, man. That's my quarterback.
it's gonna be a lot of people to go see Patrick Mahomes though.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I told you, them people in that, I heard so many people saying, well, before it was decided that whether we was gonna win or lose, they were saying, "Man, we competitive, man. It's been so long. It feels so good. I got a reason to come back to Bank of America, so I'm happy. I'm in the business trying
Yeah,
to make this
yeah,
money. I'm trying to keep making money, baby. So keep coming, keep being
Oh, there go
competitive,
yeah.
black
keep
ass
fighting.
Nick.
We're gonna be black ass Nick.
All that fucking
God
grinning
damn.
and shit. What the fuck
Hey,
you grinning
hey,
Here we
about
go.
today?
Here we go.
hey, no, I ain't got nothing negative to say. I am extremely ecstatic that y'all are saying the same thing that we were just saying on our podcast. It was a positive. It was positive out there. We look competitive. We ain't look like a middle school team playing an NFL team. So I'm cool with you. I ain't got no problems with none of y'all saying, man. I am enjoying it.
So you bring your grinning ass up here to tell us that.
Hey, listen,
Hey,
listen,
when you
hey,
start
listen.
smiling, bro, we get
Shoot.
nervous. We
Grinning
don't know
like
what
a
you about to do.
damn Chessy cat. You happy motherfucker, you.
Listen, Q. Hey, look, listen. I started smiling because I knew as soon as I started smiling, you was gonna say something.
Boy, that's a happy motherfucker right
Hey, I
there.
got a
Look,
feeling.
Listen, man.
I
Hey,
I
life
got
is.
a feeling
Hey,
they're gonna
listen,
use
man.
Leggett more next week.
Listen, man.
I like I like what they
Yeah.
doing with him, man.
Hey, listen. He making rookie mistakes, and that's completely fine, man.
Yeah.
He with that ball where he was wide open, he tried to turn his body so he could get ready to run before he caught it. That
All
was
right, then what's
completely
y'all
it.
thoughts on
Yeah, he
Mingo
took
then?
his eyes off the ball.
Mingo did the exact
Mm.
same thing. Mingo got a year under his belt, so I don't know if you can really can you. He should know better. He should know. Hey,
There
you
you
gotta
go.
catch the
That's
ball.
all I
There you
want you
go.
Yeah,
to say, Nick. There you go.
that third
There you
down
go.
drop got us.
He should know better. That's all he
Yeah, that
got.
third down drop, man.
Listen, because
Can
But
I
at the
say
but
end of the
but
one
day,
but
thing
but
though?
go
you
ahead.
got to think
Go ahead.
about that about Bingo. You know what I'm saying? Last year, look at who he played with though.
You
Can I
right.
Yeah,
say
You
one
that's
right.
true.
thing?
Yeah,
You right.
That
yeah, yeah.
damn Deontay Johnson in that first bomb of a play with him and Andy Dalton, that boy is. You know what, man? It was a beautiful pass to see that wide open where he was burning that receiver. God
Hmm.
damn it, man! I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Because
one
now,
of those plays he had slowed down a little bit though.
Mm-hmm. Y'all think we're gonna re-sign Deontay Johnson to a long-term deal?
Oh
I
yeah.
think it. I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah,
safe
yeah.
to
I don't
say
think
They
he's
that.
going nowhere.
might. They
I don't think he's
might.
going nowhere.
Not if we keep
I
evaluating
don't.
like y'all
Yeah.
say we should be doing.
What do you mean
Hey,
evaluate? You
value.
got to
What do you mean?
evaluate.
He's being
Oh my
successful.
god,
What in the
He's playing
world?
successfully.
Ryan,
What
what
are
the
you
hell you talking about?
evaluating?
You pretty much saying, are we gonna re-sign him? But if we evaluating the team, you think he want to keep being signed to a team that's still evaluating the team every year?
Well, the
That's
only
not
Hey,
reason why
competing.
we're evaluating
hey,
the team
that's
is
sense.
because of your
That's
boy
sense.
dropped the ball.
That's sense. What Ronnie just said. Y'all got to listen
N-
to him now. That's
No,
sense. What he
so
just said.
well, the way he said it made absolutely no sense. I'm going to say that, goat. Because if
No,
you
no.
How
saying
does
if
it
he
not?
wants
How does
to
it make
if
sense to go, but not to you? But okay, keep going though.
because what you see
Uh oh.
Go ahead.
you speaking
Keep
crazy because
going.
goat
That
is
what he
probably
pretty much saying.
listen.
Go that
This
you
is why
understand it, but he
this
don't.
why
Okay. Yeah.
because you were trying to say is he going to keep wanting to play for a team that is reevaluating
Constantly
the roster trying to get
reevaluating
everything right.
itself each year and not competing because that's pretty much the argument
Listen to
today.
him,
That
Nick.
At
What?
the
Calm
end
Hold
of the
on.
down.
day,
Don't
What?
let,
that
What
nigga
did
want his
don't
Deontay
let,
money
Johnson
don't,
need
though.
to
That's what the
evaluate?
yeah.
He's
fuck he
already
want.
an established receiver. What did he need to evaluate? The only reason why he came over from Pittsburgh because he wanted to be the number one guy. He wasn't
but
number
if
one
he
over in
want
No,
Pittsburgh.
if he
no,
want a
no, no,
big
Rodney.
contract,
Rodney, I got to go with Ronnie a little bit. The reason why he came over from Pittsburgh because of Nick, he had to get the fuck up out of Pittsburgh, and they made a trade for him for a fucking corner,
Yes,
and they
they
was
did.
just
I
gonna
understand that,
straight up release him. They was
but
gonna
that
straight up
also has
release him
something to do
now.
with him being the number one guy too.
But he was
I
getting
don't
ready
know.
to beat the quarterback ass. Is why they got
That's what
rid
it
of him
Exactly.
was.
up there.
That was the whole thing. He
Listen,
didn't have a choice
hey,
because
He was
he
a
you
hot
know
head.
look,
Tomlin
He
don't.
was a hot
you
head.
gotta look at you
Yeah,
gotta look at
yeah.
everything that was going on.
Yes,
He was
sir.
sitting there playing with scrubs at quarterback. Then he came
Yes,
over here to play with the damn scrubs.
I
Now he
know.
playing with Andy,
yes.
and you can evaluate it. But who in the hell says he wants to be here in the quarterback carousel?
So, but this is the thing though,
I know
goat.
one thing for sure.
At the end of the year, you could potentially re-sign Andy for a couple years and draft a quarterback and let them sit underneath Andy.
That would be smart to do, but are we gonna do it?
Canales
Yeah, I
The
might
mean,
only thing you
just
got to
do
worry
that.
about with Johnson
Canales
is
might
his
just do
money.
that.
What kind of money is he going to be trying to do? That's the only thing you got to worry about with Johnson.
yeah, I don't think that we can afford to give him wide receiver one money.
No, no, no. He
Not
ain't
the
going. Now, if he come out,
not
listen.
at
If
the
he come out there asking a bunch of crazy, bro, they're the
Now
road. You,
hold
they're
He's
the
on,
not a
road.
brother. Because
one.
if this nigga get 1,000+ yards this year, you gonna have to pay him that shit.
yep.
listen, but I
He's
don't think this is what I'm saying. I don't think we can afford to play a wide receiver $30 million. That's all I'm saying.
we
Well,
got to
That's all.
play our
who else
good
we paying
players.
around here? And no,
I
he
mean,
won't go for 30. He'll go for about a good 20.
okay, so that's not wide receiver one money.
See,
That is
see,
wide receiver. Well, see, you confusing Justin Jefferson money with wide receiver one money. Because Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase are freaks of nature and they garner that type of money. But
Yeah,
a
yeah,
regular number
I
one,
got
Yeah,
you.
just
you
put
get 20
just
million.
put regular
I,
in front of it. There you go. Put regular
so,
in front
but
of
what you all got 30
Yeah.
million? But what you all got? Ayuk got 30 million over here dropping
see,
balls
Ayuk,
this year.
Ayuk is a Pro Bowler.
see. What I hate, everybody
That's
don't
coming
want to
out of
pay.
a Super Bowl.
Everybody don't want to pay our good players. They want to pay bums and shit. I don't understand that. Y'all
That's
said Brian Burns don't deserve his money. Yes, the fuck he do.
No, don't
But
say
y'all
that.
want to.
y'all. Don't you say y'all.
I'm
Hold
just
your
Hold.
damn mouth.
He
some.
talking
Shut
about
that
he
shit
talking
the
about
Hold
hell
Panther
your
up.
mouth.
fans in
Uh-oh.
general.
Some.
Brian
That's what I'm
Burns. Brian
saying.
Burns is
Impact
playing
Trouble.
like a
players
freaking
deserve their
Trouble.
bum.
money.
Trouble.
Impact
Trouble.
players deserve their money, not
Voldemort.
players that don't make an impact
He
on
said the name.
third
He
down.
said the name.
If you a defensive end, if you a star defensive end, you supposed to make impact on third down. Brian
Listen,
Burns did
listen.
not do that.
And he ain't.
Nigga,
And look, Ronnie,
But Ronnie,
Let me.
why
Why they
didn't
say?
he do
Hold
that,
on,
Ronnie?
hold on. I'm gonna shut all this shit up. He got his first sack last week. So don't give me that shit. He playing like trash.
Exactly. When
Ronnie,
Riddick
at the
was
end of
here,
the
he
day,
did well when Riddick
Ronnie,
was here. But
Ronnie,
when he
you
was
can
by
count, right?
himself, nope.
Ronnie, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit right there. Can you count, right?
Yeah, I can count. What's up?
Okay, if little Tommy drops back
Shut
in
up.
coverage 20 times and is on the field 25 times, and if he's in coverage 20 times out of that 25, how many opportunities he got to get to the quarterback?
Not many.
What's the
Not
point,
many.
man? What's the
The
point, man?
point is, if the motherfucker is in coverage more than he was, because with us, and that's the same problem he's facing in New York right now. Your quarterback is so fucking terrible, you got to drop back in coverage more than you got opportunities to get to the goddamn quarterback and rush the passer because you playing behind all goddamn day. That's
So
the
it's
difference.
somebody else's fault. It's somebody else's fault why he
No,
couldn't make an
see,
impact
I'm trying
on
to
third down.
explain to you
Damn.
situational football and why he's looking the way he
You going over
looks.
his head, Q. That's too in
But
depth. He
I'm
going.
trying to
Bosa,
understand why he couldn't make impact on third down.
I'm
Why
That
trying
couldn't
to
short
he?
bus
tell
shorty
your
over there.
black ass.
y'all
That short bus
tripping.
shorty over there. You
So
got to
they
slow it
had him
down,
in.
Q.
He was in coverage more so than applying pressure. That's
So
what
do
you
you
saying.
know? So do you know if a man is standing up in coverage and running with a tight end versus, or he running with a running back versus getting after the quarterback as a pass rusher?
They got to do with
That's
scheme, then, right?
he's
So
in coverage. Ronnie, listen. If a
they got
nigga in
to do with
coverage,
scheme, then, right?
if a nigga in coverage, how the fuck he getting to the quarterback for a sack?
Why do they have him in coverage? Who is the defensive
Because
coordinator they
the
It's
got
the
him in coverage?
scheme.
quarterback, and listen to me, Ronnie. If your quarterback, and he got Daniel Jones, and last year he had Bryce Young. Both of those guys could not move the football and the chains. So that means the defense was always getting points put up on them coming out here because they were always on the field all goddamn day, which means they tired. That means goddamn it, you're running on them. It's all day long. You got to understand. You saw Andy Dalton come in here 1 week. Instantly, the defense got better.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me you didn't see that impact.
Yeah, I definitely
No,
saw the impact. Everything got better.
Okay,
Everything got better.
everything got better. You plug in, you play a quarterback in that prime position, which is a prime quarterback is the single most important position on the field. And if your quarterback has you behind the eight ball every pass and play, your team is going to you're gonna crumble from the inside. I
But
didn't
if
tell
the
you this till.
defense, if the defense stops the offense, then you have an opportunity to score if you got a competent offense,
But
right?
that's the point I'm trying to tell you. The defense together collectively, if you got
So
Dexter
we had
Lawrence
that today.
and
We had a dominant defense on the defensive side of the ball today, stopping the ball and stopping the pass. Did we or
that's
did we not?
we did not. And that's
Okay,
that's
then.
why we lost the goddamn game.
So the offense didn't score. Cincinnati offense didn't score to the end of the first quarter, damn near.
What?
So to me,
I'm just letting
the
this nigga have it,
offense
man.
the offense played well enough, or the defense played
You
well
can
enough. And
explain and explain all day to this motherfucker, and it just
look,
doesn't
listen.
get no way next here.
Ronnie,
He
all he
said he
trying to
didn't
say,
even watch
what
the
he trying to
game.
say,
He had to
Ronnie,
I'm
watch
all he
that shit
trying to
on
watching
say
the
is that you
game
got to
YouTube.
now, my
play.
guy. As we speak, I'm
Q trying to
watching
say
the
you got to
game
play
now.
complementary football for the defense to have a chance to be
You have
successful.
to have an
Is
identity. If
that
you're
not a
not
fact though,
stopping the
Nick?
ball, if you're
That's
not
true.
stopping the
That's true.
run or stopping the pass, bro, you have no
But at the end
identity
of the
on
day,
defense.
we lost
Shut
And we
certain
up.
don't
games.
do neither one of those well.
But that's what I'm saying. This is why you're seeing your edge rusher not getting off on the football because he has to drop back in coverage to help out any deficiencies on the team because
So
by
we
the
Mm-hmm.
couldn't
boom.
utilize him the correct way.
We
Not
couldn't
any
utilize
year
him
that
the
he
right
was
way.
here.
Thank you. No, we got good production out this nigga for what? What, 2 years? He was two-time Pro Bowler? Two-time Pro Bowler even when we was losing?
And I always
But
showed flashes.
think about it. When you had Sam Darnold, and listen to how crazy this shit gonna sound coming out of my mouth. When you had Sam Darnold and Teddy Bridgewater, your boy Brian Burns was still able to get off.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. 12 and a half sacks 1 year and 9 sacks the other year. He was still able to get off.
He just
Yep.
couldn't stop the double pressure, man. The double team. He couldn't
Hey,
stop the
shout out
double
to
team.
Agent 704 for becoming a member on here, baby. Appreciate that, bro.
Shout out to my dog 704, man. We appreciate you, cuz. That's family right there, man. 704 is in the building.
Now, new
Listen, I'm not,
member
I'm not, I'm not, I'm not going to deny what you.
8704.
They do,
Y'all
they,
get
they.
in, y'all get in there with 704. Make sure you get on in there. Get that member. Hit that like button. Let's run it up.
Yeah,
Complimentary football is
it's
very,
important.
very important.
Yep.
Very important. Me, listen, I coach youth football. If y'all don't know, me and my offensive coordinator got into it last week off of that simple thing there. He keep trying to, he's trying different things on offense, and instead of running the things that work, he's experimenting. And I keep telling him that's all well and good. You keep experimenting, but what's happening is while we're on this field, we're getting a
You
lot of
putting
3 and
the,
outs quickly, and my
yeah,
defense is
and
on the field, and we
yeah, you
struggling because of you. You
putting the
killing
defense in a bad position.
you putting us in a bad position. Run what we know, and when we got time to do that mess later, we do that. But right now, you need to run what works.
Yeah, when we up big,
Yeah,
experiment
there
some
you go. There,
shit.
thank you. There you go. Then you can throw some tweaks in there. Hey, I'm trying
Yeah.
to throw something. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
yeah. So, yeah, I agree with y'all. I agree with y'all. The defense, and I can't say that the New York's team don't suck. So,
You know,
But they got a
I'm
better defensive line though. Do you agree?
they got a better overall talent pool on defense, but
Okay.
it's Legends Weekend, right? And we know
Yeah, yeah.
Peppers got in the Hall of Fame, right? We had a
Mm-hmm.
show
hmm
Q, and did we not run those numbers? Brian Burns was only like what 5 or 6 sacks off Peppers numbers.
In his first 5 years, in the first four
Yeah,
years, yeah.
yeah. And what I'm trying to
Incredible.
say is, everybody keeps saying, "Well, we need another Peppers." We
whoa,
had him.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
We had him.
So you're not gonna act like that one of those seasons that Julius didn't play the entire played only like half the season. Don't get that hurt, y'all. Brian Burns ain't even
But
in the same
but
platform as.
hold Nick,
But
hold Nick.
hold
See,
on. Hold on.
no,
Hold
no,
on. Let me,
no. See,
Nick. Let me.
I
I
got it,
gotta
I
go.
got it,
I
I
gotta
got it,
go.
I got it, I got it, I got it.
Let
Well,
no. I
I'm
was.
gonna
Let
let
him
me give you a
let
little
him get him
tidbit.
go.
Hold on, let
Let
me
him
give you a
get
little
him.
tidbit. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No. See, Nick, one of them smart ass niggas. So it's up to me.
Oh yes,
It's up to me.
oh
It's
yes,
up to
I
me
am.
be polite with you, Nick. So you take
Yeah,
this
let me
answer
Now,
polite
from
with
I
like
you.
a
was
Hey,
gonna
grown
be
listen,
man.
polite. I was
Now
gonna be
check
I'm
this
I'm
polite.
gonna
out.
let you. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you on a little
Since
secret.
we're talking about that, right? Look at the defensive line that he played with. Those guys that Brian Burns played with. Name one of those guys that Brian Burns played with consistently that
Okay,
are
I thought
half
you
as
was.
good as those defensive linemen that Peppers did. Please tell me.
Now think about
I'm
it.
glad you.
Brinson Buckner, Chris
Hmm?
Jenkins,
Hmm?
goddamn it, Mike
He
Rucker.
won't. He
Those
didn't
are
play with nobody.
four
I ain't gonna lie
guys
to you.
that was fucking incredible and all Pro Bowlers beside him. Think
Oh,
about it.
okay. What happened, Nick? What happened, Nick?
They gonna say
hmm
Hassan Reddick. That's the only one.
Come
That's the
on,
only one you
man.
That's
can
all they
say.
can say.
That's the only
But
one you
see,
can say. He ain't had nobody.
and
He ain't
see,
had
you
no
got to
help.
realize this. We said the numbers were similar. It only takes in 13 years, 7 sacks a year gets you Hall of Fame numbers. You got to look at the numbers now.
Oh yeah. I agree with y'all on that. Not everybody is these monsters. I know that.
Yeah, you don't because you look at most of them guys that had 20 something like that, and look how they fall off. Because you got to realize that the same thing what we just said. That year they might have had a lot of offense and they played ahead. They got up on guys. They might have had a soft schedule. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get sacks. You got to get the opposing team into throwing position or throwing circumstances, situations. That way you can rush the pass. You can't rush the pass if it's not a throwing down or you ain't got them backed up on the scoreboard. You ineffective.
Yeah,
Then you take away the ends, and you done. It's a wrap. So
you are
why ain't all
correct.
these guys getting 22 sacks every year? They
All
can't.
I
That's
was
hard to
saying,
do.
listen, my only issue with the money with Burns was I'm not paying a pass rusher more than the top pass rusher in the NFL. I'm not doing that.
Hmm?
If you ain't on the same level as the top pass rusher in the NFL, I'm not paying you that money.
He
Yeah,
got the same. They had the same numbers.
I can see if you say that shit on the
Bosa
same
got 30,
team.
32 million.
No, 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 no,
Bosa
no, no,
got
no, no,
32
no.
million. He had but 10. He had 8.
I'm letting. That's not what I'm
They
talking
had
about.
eight
I'm not
sack
even talking
difference
about
in
that.
the first couple.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
he
That's
at
had
not
that
what.
time,
him
Bosa
him
is
and
not what I'm
only
talking
him
about.
and T.J. Watt was the only two guys that had like incredible numbers. And Bosa in the same draft class got 35 million. Wasn't it
30,
35?
32 or 35,
32.
something.
32
32.
mil straight up. And you telling me our guy who's not quite as good was asking for, tell you the truth, he probably would have signed with us for about 28. But the way how that shit went with negotiations, he said, nah, fuck it. We losing. Give me
And
my 30,
and the,
man.
and the guaranteed money, Q. That's what they couldn't come along with, the
That's what
guaranteed
they
money.
couldn't come
Listen,
with the guaranteed money.
this is my issue with it. I don't believe Bosa or him should have got paid more than T.J. Watt. That's just my opinion.
Well, what been signed? He been signed his contract though.
I don't care.
See,
But
see what
Nick,
they
you
did
do
Y'all
to
need
T.J. Watt.
believe
y'all,
every team has a guy that comes out and get them sacks. Now, fuck what you feel this nigga should get paid. If he is anywhere close to them double digit sacks, he gonna get what the league say on the market he demands.
Yeah,
That motherfucker in Jacksonville who had 1 year with 17 sacks, that everybody know that fucker ain't consistent, but he got his fucking money.
and what were you, and what was that? What year was that, Q? That was the year they made the playoffs, right? Now they
No,
ain't
that
no
doing
he
boy
that.
got
got
no
he
he
got
got he
paid
got
this
seven he
year.
got 17
He
sacks
got paid
last year.
this year.
But
That's what
didn't
I'm
he get
He
saying.
got
17
paid
sacks
this
last
Yeah, he
year.
year?
got paid this year, but the year he did the 17 sacks was last year. That was the year they
No,
It
made the
was last
playoffs.
year.
yeah, that was last year. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the year they made the playoffs. They ain't doing that good this year. How many sacks he got now?
You don't see him.
I don't know. I ain't
Did
looking at it
my
because
point exactly.
they playing
That's
bad
what I'm
And
trying
football.
think
to
They
tell
about
you.
playing.
it. Those
It's not
17
even.
sacks, he got 4 of the motherfuckers against us with a terrible offensive line. 4 of them.
Oh man, you know what? Hey, I know we was complaining about all that money they spent on this daggone offensive line. I can't complain about it no more. Them was looking good.
Yeah.
Listen,
Boy, looking good, man.
they looking so good that they hid the fact that Zavala sucks.
Zavala had to draft his damn self, and now I'm seeing why he ain't had no business being on this fucking team. That's why he had to draft his goddamn self.
Listen,
But
I
he's
don't understand
a
why.
fourth or
This is what I
fifth
don't
round
understand.
talent though. You're talking about a
This,
fourth or fifth round talent though.
listen, this is
Mm?
what I don't understand. Why did they run that? I didn't understand this play. Why did they run that ball behind Zavala? Why didn't they run it behind Robert Hunt?
Nah, but fuck if I know.
That's just all my. That's all. You know, some people was complaining about that. What Henderson did to cause the interception. I'm like, man, technically Icky didn't get beat. He pushed the man around the quarterback. The man just sprawled out and reached and tapped the ball as Andy threw it. Like I don't know what else you can ask him to do. He didn't let the man get a direct path to the quarterback.
Yeah. Shout out to Agent 704. He said, shout out to y'all boys, man. My guy. Make sure if you haven't already, you look down and you like this video. Show us that love up in here, man. Well, I'm gonna put it like this right here. I'm getting to the point, just like I said, you mentioned Burns around here. Everybody get in their feelings. They don't want to pay that nigga $30 million. They don't want to even consider it. And they talking about, well, look what he did in New York right now. He only got 1 sack. I'm talking about what he did for us. What he has done for us. I'm not over there with my eyes looking at what he did in New York because the philosophy, all that stuff, the player, the personnel, everything over there is different.
Hmm.
Nobody in New York, even all pro Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau is not able to get off right now because it's terrible. Once
The
again,
offense is so bad.
the offense is so bad, your defense is gassed out there on that field, and they have to play all day long. I keep telling you, boys, it's not complimentary football. And if you think somebody gonna be a superstar, you think them boys gonna kill themselves out here. And when they looking around and saying, "Man, fuck this shit," Daniel Jones, man, he can't move the ball, so I ain't putting no extra effort into this shit. You're not getting nobody that's gonna come out here and be Hercules. That's what you had here. Bryce Young was so bad last year, motherfucker say, I ain't gonna come out here and be Hercules, man. But you instantly saw it. They took him out, and Thurman, Jaden Peavy, motherfuckers you ain't never heard of, out here flying off the screen. That's all I'm saying. Understand complimentary football and how it goes. Just don't talk about it. Sit down, go watch you some videos, and understand what true complimentary football is. And everybody haul ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go. Any
Q,
takeaways you got from this?
You got to
Oh, go ahead,
stop
Wally.
that, man. You got to stop that, man. Talking like you got some sense. They all ran. What the hell wrong with you?
That boy like to talk stupid, man. You gotta cut that shit off.
I'm just
Hey
saying.
man, I see the
It's,
panel kept getting lighter and lighter,
Mm-hmm.
but it's
here's the
like
funny part, go. How it took us how many years to find what 11 or 12 years to find Burns between Peppers left?
Yeah.
Now come on, man. And they act like we didn't
but
draft nobody.
but
We
Wiley,
drafted people, they
Wiley.
didn't work. Hmm.
If
Everett
we sitting
Brown
there,
and none of them boys wasn't shit.
yeah, sat there and said, "Hey man, you just don't throw 26-year-old edge rushers, and let them walk in free agency or whatever." See, everybody gets hooked on this. Um, two first rounders that the Rams was gonna give us. Those were future picks. At the time, we were thinking we were a quarterback away. We're going to draft, get the quarterback, take these pieces, Frankie Louvu, Chin, Derek Brown, J.C. Horn, Brian Burns. And then you have a defense that looks totally different from what you got now. But the quarterback that we picked wasn't it. Then they wanted to go a different route, a different route, a different route, a different route with this, a different route with that, a different route with this. Offensive lineman got hurt at the end of that year. Now you got to evaluate Ronnie. You spend the money elsewhere. 355 got spent, but it didn't get spent on the defense. They went cheap on the defense. So the same cornerstone pieces that they were going to use, they only paid one of them. That was Derek Brown. One person got paid. They couldn't pay the rest of them because they went offense versus defense. That's all it was. And we in a rebuild. Even though what they tell you, they keep lying to you that we ain't in a rebuild. We in a rebuild, y'all. I hate to say the bad word. It's bad as saying Burns. It's bad as saying Brian. I'm gonna say all the bad words. Brian Burns, rebuild. Brian Burns, rebuild. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Brian Burns, rebuild.
Oh my
Say
God.
all the
You,
bad words.
God, damn.
That is funny.
Damn it, it is what it is now.
Hey, go. I don't know if you were listening to some of the people that came on, right? They kept saying, yeah, try to draft a quarterback. I'm like, no. How about you build a team? Then you draft a
Well, this
quarterback.
team got to be a team first because guess what? Well, Andy showed you, but that's a veteran that know what he doing. Now, if you get the right guy, but like I say, well, I looked at some college ball yesterday. I seen some boys playing good, but why would you bring those guys in to a situation where this ain't right, that ain't right, that ain't right? Now you can go back. I think somebody tried to allude to it today. You can go get a second round guy, let the board fall to you. If one of those guys, whatever y'all deem, like Q said, if it ain't Shador or Quinn, don't worry about it. They might be another guy that can fall in the second round, like Jalen Hurts fell to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But I mean, man, it's gonna be touch
I,
and go, y'all. Q
I
Wiley, it's
don't
gonna be
want
touch
them
and go.
just reaching for guys though
There you
because
go.
they feel
There you
like
go.
they obligated to get a quarterback. They don't
There
need
you
to
go.
do that.
But Q
You need.
sitting behind the
Hmm.
eight ball, perfect world. You know what happened when you think you behind the eight ball, because you
You
got
make
motherfuckers that don't want
moves
to say
out of
reach here.
desperation.
There
Yeah,
you go.
you make desperation moves. Cause
There you
right
go.
now, go the Carolina Panthers. Like I said, they should be sitting down and looking at Andy Dalton up and down and analyzing what he is on this field and what he is to this offense. And if they're saying, hey, he has the ability to throw the ball down the field, they need to put that down as number one. Number two, they're saying, hey, if we need somebody that's able to decipher what the defense can do, put that number two. And like I said, and if nothing but them two traits right there alone, you go into this draft and say, who gives me the best, who does this the best out of uh 10 quarterbacks in that draft? Who does this the best? Is he doing it on an elite level? Is he doing this on regular level or above average level? If he's not elite in that category, you do not pull the plus. You do not pull the press on him. You sit back and you say, okay, give me a quarterback in Canales' system that he wants to run right here. Because if you're looking at Andy Dalton right now, you're saying, well, damn, Andy has great deciphering skills on, okay, I see what they're doing. Let me understand. Let me check down into this right here. Or let me do this right here. Okay, balls, arm strength, throwing the ball down the field. He has that. So if you want a quarterback that could give you a fighting chance, go with the mold that you have now that's similar to Andy and look for traits in a young quarterback. And then if you can find one with those traits and then he's a leader and has some type of intangibles of leadership, boy, you might, boy, look at here, boy, you might have something, boy.
Yeah, but Q, do you do it next year?
I just said if you, because they're gonna look anyway, Wiley. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're gonna look anyway because of how they look right now to the media. They're gonna take a look at quarterbacks
The
and they're
problem
gonna
that
sit down, but only pull
Jesus.
the trigger if those boys have the word elite beside the scouting report. Elite. If they're
I
an
would.
elite processor or elite arm strength, you
Hmm.
gotta have both of those two together. You pull the plug.
I Yeah, but I'm just saying we already been down. Why don't we just build a team and then do the next year? They're more talented the next year.
Well, and they want to get this thing right. They'd much rather draft this motherfucker and have him sitting on the team while they put pieces around him.
Yeah,
They're
but there's
not
more
going to miss
talent
out.
the following year.
I understand, Wiley. I think it'd be
Okay,
a smarter thing for them to do. I'm just telling you what I think the Carolina Panthers are going to do because out of that one word,
it does.
desperation,
No,
they're going
no,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go
yeah.
and
Okay.
pull a trigger on somebody.
mm,
They have to. Just like I told y'all, they were going to jump up in that first round draft. They're going to pull the desperation trigger because they feel like they need a quarterback.
Do y'all put this past them? Let me just throw something out there right quick. This is a spitball. You know what I'm saying? Up
Mm,
against the roof. These motherfuckers here, I would not put this past them. You got somebody like Travis Hunter winning the Heisman off the popularity vote or something like that. Who bring Travis Hunter in here and try to play that boy some type of both ways gadget. You understand? Rather than put your asses in the seat because right now he's this media guy or whatever. Travis Hunter.
but
And
go.
bring and talking about Bryce and play Bryce where they think they gonna
But
bring
they
Bryce back.
might fuck that up because what they're gonna be looking at is if we bring in Travis Hunter, that means we don't need JC, and they may cut JC, bring Travis Hunter in here, and then they'll be trying to run that boy in the ground like how they run CMC in the ground. I don't think that's a smart move But
but do you put it past them?
Nope.
oh
I
no,
don't.
these some ignorant bastards. They gonna do
That's
some
God.
all
dumb
I'm
shit.
saying. That's what I'm
God.
asking you. Do you put it past them? You see what I'm
No.
saying?
Cause
That's where
they
No.
my
want a
motherfuckers be getting
dog.
asking their feet.
They know that okay, if you put Travis Hunter on this offense right now, you got a competent receiver and you got a defensive guy that can come out here and get you snaps. Now, I don't think that it'll be smart of him to be playing both sides of the football in the NFL. He said that he wants to play both sides of the football, but I think it's one of those. He's one of those guys where, boy, you need your strength in the NFL. You need every bit of energy you can get in that motherfucker, cause you're gonna need it. That's all
You
I'm
talking
saying.
about an owner that told you, that got up there and told you, you don't have to have these big name receivers because Bryce Young is a point guard who believed and sat there and regurgitated that same bullshit that people was telling him. Now people gonna tell the same bullshit that that boy can go both ways. You getting ready to get a receiver and a corner. You getting ready to get a megastar generational player. You don't think that man a bite?
Let me tell you something, Go. If you got a chance to get Travis Hunter and put him on a team with J.C. Horn, and then you got a chance to go in this draft and get you some young linebackers and edge rushers, you just rebuilt this motherfucker faster than you hoped for. You get what I'm saying? Because Travis Hunter right now is probably like the number one player in college football. He probably will win the Heisman this year if he keep this up. But if you take your time and you look at what the Carolina Panthers need, and you need D linemen, unless you're able to get Mason Graham, or unless you're able to go out there and get James Pierce or Mikael Williams from Georgia, because
Mm-hmm.
those are the well, Abdul Carter is another one, but Penn State with YGM doesn't scare me, so I don't want no Penn State motherfuckers in here.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got A&M, Nick Skirton sitting right there too. But when it comes to if we sitting in the top 10 and you need an edge rusher, you better go Mikael Williams, James Pierce, or you better go and get that guy, one of them D tackles to put beside Derek Brown, Mason Graham, or Deion Walker. Now, if you don't do that right there, my best bet to you is if you want to get Travis, and this is the thing, you gotta have superstars in this league. If you pass on Travis Hunter and go and you want to go get a quarterback, the best bet that you can do is Shador, Quinn Ewers, uh, and everybody else to me, like I said, is a pass. I don't want nobody else. Carson Beck ain't shit to me. I don't give a damn how high he go. Cameron Ward ain't shit to me. Jalen Milroe is okay. If you want to take Jalen Milroe in the second round, you got opportunity to do that. Him or Drew Allard. But they not gonna be good enough to me to beat out Bryce. Undoubtedly. You know what I'm saying? You want a motherfucker that can come through this door and undoubtedly put Bryce in a coffin.
Q, that was a
Well,
pretty
the
sad.
top
That was
five
a
can put
pretty
it. The top
sad.
five can put him in a coffin.
Yeah, I think a lot of them can. You,
Yeah,
that's pretty low bar. That's
yeah,
pretty low
that's a
bar.
low bar. That's a low
You
bar. You
want,
right about
but
that,
once
Bob.
again, you want a motherfucker that can put Bryce in the coffin. And only two that I think is Quinn Ewers, Shador, and maybe Jalen Milroe. The rest of these niggas are right on par with him probably. Cause Connor Wayman, I was wanting to see what he was gonna be this year. He ain't it. Jackson Dart from Mississippi, he RPO all day. That ain't gonna suffice in the NFL. Cameron Ward, like I say, the boy got so much goddamn turnovers it don't make no sense. That boy scare me. Carson Beck, you just seen him. He shriveled up against Alabama yesterday. Shrivel all the way up. That boy like prunes. So all I'm saying is where you sitting at with this quarterback position, if you can't get one of them stars right there, you focus on building this goddamn defense. That's what the fuck you need to do.
The smart thing would be to build your defense, right? Round out your team. Then the
Mm-hmm.
following year, get your quarterback and get your defensive end. because you're gonna need another defensive end. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need some more defensive players. You're gonna have to get them in the whole in one draft. I'm just saying it makes more sense to build your team than bring your quarterback in. Now you evaluated your thing. You get your stopgap player. Maybe Andy's still there, maybe Andy ain't, but you get yourself a stopgap player, somebody that can play a half a year to give the person time to develop, and you play them the last 5 or 6 games to get them feet wet, and they'll get there. You go. Let's go for the next year. Let's go.
Let
But
me ask you a question, Wiley.
mm-hmm,
What if we went Travis Hunter with our first pick? Then the second pick, we get our second and our third pick, we go get two edge rushers. Where do we go get Jack Sawyer from Ohio State or Tumalu from Ohio State? They got two edge rushers from Ohio State that's gonna be high. Because them
mm-hmm.
bad boys getting after the quarterback.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
like Burns, Patrick Payton is Bob Burns 2.0. They're same size and all.
As long as
Um,
yeah. My thing is get yourself some competent, play. Maybe you don't go two defensive ends. Maybe you go a defensive tackle because Brown will need some. He needs some help. Then the following year, you get your defensive end. I'm just saying is you do it the right way so you get good talent. Second round defensive end the following year. First round quarterback the following year. You see what I'm saying? So that way you
mm-hmm.
have some talent on the team and under contract. So now you can actually move forward because now you got some players on the team with some experience that can help them, and the team is not that far away. Because if we bring a young quarterback in now, by the time that young quarterback goes through the lumps, he deal with all the problems. The defense gonna come along the same time he come. You don't do that to the young quarterback. You need a defense to help him, give more time.
But you don't know what these guys are doing while I can't see what they're doing to me. One week I'm like, okay, I got you. Then they come out of press conference and they lie. Now I know they lie, don't tell you, you know what I'm saying, the truth for the press conference, but they're pressing the issue that we're not in a rebuild, that we're competitive and we're trying to win now. Hence, nobody seen and nobody can sit there and say they seen them benching Bryce Young in week 2. Nobody seen that. Nobody can say they seen the benching of Bryce Young in week 2. Maybe 8, 10, something like that. That way
Mm-hmm.
they could properly evaluate. But benching of Bryce Young in week 2 tells you I'm trying to win.
Yeah, and he
And that I
fucking that
think I
up.
can win with the motherfuckers I got on the team right now. And clearly we see you can't hold a lead with the defense because you gutted the defense. That's a rebuild. If I ain't
But
never
go,
seen one before in
but
my life.
go, go. I'm ahead. I got another point of view on that now.
All right.
Maybe they wanted to wait till week 8 or 9, like you said, but they couldn't because Bryce was that horrible that they couldn't even
I know that.
evaluate nothing.
But
So they
but
had to
check
pull it early to at least evaluate the team. If they could have got any evaluation out of Bryce with the rest of the roster, they'd have continued with Bryce, but they couldn't do it. So I don't know if they're trying to win now. They were just trying to evaluate the team now.
okay. Well, let me ask you this then. If he was that fucking bad till you had to pull him in week 2, where the fuck do you just go ahead and give him his release? And we clearly know the direction that we're going to get a quarterback. You understand what I'm saying? If he that damn bad, right?
I
But
I
go,
don't
you do
Because
disagree with
that.
you.
You do
Go
that, and
ahead.
you lose the little bit of Alabama fans you got up in here because
man, fuck
let me
Alabama fans. Them motherfuckers like that ain't studying
let me tell
nothing.
you something.
Shit.
Go. The Panther fan base has just about starting to see what Bryce Young is, and they realize, hey, we don't believe in this guy. But I looked at it was a post for Alabama, and it was a Drewski post where they put him up there with Roll Tide, and
Uh-huh.
they had damn how long till Bryce get back in the game?
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers failed him. I'm
They
looking at
did.
the
Oh yeah.
comments, and,
I'm
and,
gonna say
and
we failed.
everybody in Alabama, none of them
Yeah,
watched Panther games. None of them watched Bryce Young the first 2 weeks and how terrible he was. So you're
yeah.
telling us A guy that couldn't see across the field, don't got
Yeah,
any
weak
arm
man.
strength,
Yeah,
and he had the confidence of a ladybug out there. You
yeah,
telling
we
me
failed.
this guy is the reason why this guy should be the guy that coming out here and be starting in games right there when he gives you absolutely no chance to win them?
We failed
No,
him. Yeah, we
we did
failed him.
not fail him. He failed us. Because at some
You,
point in time, if you number one, you're supposed to have some type of talent. Go ahead, Wiley.
oh man, yo made me throw up in my mouth talking about talent and Bryce. Boy, you wrong for
Now, hold on,
that.
Wiley. Now you saw some kind of talent in that boy.
Hey, only thing I was trying to do was trying to say, okay, we
God.
drafted the guy, we got to at least support the guy. And
Yeah.
I tried Q. You know I'm an
Mm-hmm.
optimistic person,
Very.
but he will make you grab sharp objects. Let's get this over with. That boy is horrible. God, oh man. And
I'm thinking about
But
next year already because that's just how bad Bryce has put this whole franchise in. They say if you miss on quarterback, you got 5 years to be in quarterback purgatory or what they like to call quarterback hell. Your team is gonna
but
be in it.
but Q, you got to look at the narratives though. You got to look at the narratives. It's always going to come back. The narrative is always going to come back to Carolina, the Carolina Panther organization. We failed him, and it's gonna reflect on our draft. It's gonna
Mm.
reflect on free agency. It's gonna reflect on us as a whole to get talent in here. No matter how we get it in here, it's gonna look that damn. Look at how they did Bryce, or look at what happened to Bryce, or because we failed him. Because they're gonna say we were so bad, our roster was so bad, the coaching turnover, the ownership, and this was so bad. Bryce Young never had a chance. Bryce
And
Young never had a chance.
and those people I like to call delusional. Because if Andy Dalton with this same team every time he comes out here puts up close to 300 yards, I don't give a fuck what they talking about Bryce Young and chances because you can scratch my ass with all the chances that you steady trying to give this motherfucker.
But see, do you see how Ronnie came in talking today? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Because where do you think he gets it from? Because the national narrative pushed what I just said, and then they're gonna push that. Okay, if Bryce was there, giving you the same thing Andy gave you, which they're gonna say
Mm.
he could do it. If you'd have gave him more time, he could have done it. He could have metamorphosed his size itself into doing that, right?
But
But
go
guess
you
what?
you
He didn't
you
have no
shouldn't have
defense.
to ask a nigga to morph like he a fucking Power Ranger in this some
Yeah,
bitch,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Mighty Morphin
You
Trash
shouldn't have
Power
to
Ranger.
ask a
He
nigga.
out.
It
But
shouldn't take 3 years for us to see some kind of
yeah,
sign from this boy.
but when he'd have powered up, when he'd have powered up and became the Red Ranger, you understand what I'm saying? They done said we didn't have a defense for him.
Well, see, the problem with the Power Rangers is the Red Ranger wasn't truly the leader. When
Huh.
Tommy came around and he was that White Ranger, the Red Ranger had to take a back seat. He wasn't that motherfucker.
Well, all I'm gonna say, it's always gonna be a narrative behind this boy. My point is to you and Wiley, when you benched his ass in week 2, you should have got him the fuck up out the door.
you sure
Because
should have.
he's gonna come back in some type of way, Q, and you're seeing it now. Just like somebody,
Yeah.
I think Wiley said it, somebody said it. Oh, look at Bryce. He's been a teammate. Oh, look at Bryce going out there on the field. Oh, look at
I didn't say that.
everything. Oh, look at
Mm.
somebody said it earlier today. Somebody said it.
Oh,
That
Q was
every
saying
time.
Q was saying somebody said it over the in the stadium. No, Q didn't say
No,
that.
no, no. Logic, logic,
Uh,
logic, logic,
it
logic
was
was saying it.
Logic. Logic. Okay.
Yeah, Logic was saying it, and Logic was in the stadium. Yep, he said
Yeah.
that's what they said in the stadium. In the fucking stadium, they trying to tell people, "Oh, look at Bryce. Don't forget about Bryce." Y'all see the brainwashing that's going on? Oh, give Bryce another chance. I can't wait till Bryce come back. Y'all better watch out now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you like this right here, fellas. We're gonna have an action-packed week this week. Your boy is gonna be in the truck. Come tomorrow, so it's gonna be the game after. We're gonna talk about some of the stuff that we missed on this week right here. We're gonna talk about the Zero Everroad tomorrow and how much is his job in jeopardy. We're gonna talk about that thing tomorrow and get down to the meat and potatoes of everything. So make sure you like this video. You looking down, there's still 180 y'all in here right now. Look down and like the video right now. Do us that
Like
favor.
it,
We
hit
need
that little
100
thumbs up.
likes.
That thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up, man. Step on it. Wipe your feet on it.
Wiley, give us your last words.
All I ask is tomorrow when you come up in here, make sure tonight you take an opportunity to pray and read some stats so that way, your argument makes some logical sense and take the emotion out. That's all I'm asking. Pastor Germany, I'm out.
God, Wiley said take the emotion out. Y'all hear Wiley. Wiley ain't gonna repeat himself to y'all. Y'all too goddamn emotional. So make sure on y'all way up in here, y'all take the emotion up out of here tomorrow because when we mention stuff like Burns and a rebuild, I don't want to hear that emotional shit. I'm trying to tell you. Go. Talk to me.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, the only thing I can do is just read kitty kitty, comment, y'all like, subscribe, join that Discord. They keep it jumping in there for everybody entertainment, much to all members of the Black Cat Panther podcast. That's it. See ya.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here right now. If you haven't already, look down at the very, very bottom and make sure you join our Discord. There in our Discord is 24/7, 365, where outside of the show, if you want a place where you can chat as a Panther fan, make sure you come on in there. We always have the good talk where we circulating and showing love in there. So make sure that you join the Black Cat Panther family today at some point in fashion because it's worth it. We have fun, we talk, we're a family, we close knit, and we don't say nothing to you unless you're saying that crazy stuff, man. If you're saying crazy shit, we get you up out of there. But beyond that, it's a family affair over here. And I'm looking forward to the next game against Chicago. But we got a lot of meat and potatoes to get to for this week right here. So do us the favor, like the video. It's your boy Dub Q. That's Gold. That's Wiley. We are the Black Cat Panther Podcast. So make sure y'all show us that love.